and to the Grizzlies Doubleheader Soccer webcast as they come here to take on the Junior Blues of Washburn Rural High School. My name's Kevin Arkin. We've got the JV game scheduled first. Then immediately following will be the varsity contest about 20 minutes after the conclusion of the JV contest. So keep it right here. Get yourself something cold to drink. Kick back and enjoy an afternoon and early evening of soccer. We're going to send it now to the coach's pregame show with JV head coach Pardon me 1 second, folks. Okay, we had a little technical glitch. We've got it fixed. We're going to go ahead and send it now to the JV pregame coaches show.
This portion of today's webcast is brought to you in part by Dugan and Garreau, attorneys at law, 940 North Tyler Road, Wichita. By Gecko Painting, Incorporated. Danny and Grizzly alum Stacy Higgins, now of Olathe, Kansas, are proud supporters of Grizzly Nation and webcasts on the Internet. And by Regional Contractors, 1313 North Webb Road. We thank all of our sponsors for their proud support of Grizzly Soccer.
And a very pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Grizzly Soccer on the web, live from Topeka, Kansas today. We're at Washburn Rural, and we have the unusual pleasure this year of being able to do both games of the doubleheader. And for our pregame show here for the JV game, I'd like to introduce you to JV head coach Roger Powell. Roger, welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us.
Here.
Well, I'm glad to have you. You know that. Tell us about your season. Most people don't know what's been going on with the JV squad this year.
Oh, we've had a really good season so far. We've got a winning season, and a lot of girls are back from last year, and we've just been having a really good time. We finished well in our tournament. We won our last 2 games at our tournament with big wins over teams that have beaten us before, but we beat them in the tournament, and they've been really coming together here at the end of the season.
How's the City League contest gone for your squad this year?
Not too bad. I think we're up there with the Bishop Carroll and Capon teams, and we need to win out to do well there. But with just 1 game left, we got Bishop Carroll, and they're usually a really tough matchup. So we hope for good things there, but we'll see.
And that Bishop Carroll matchup, folks, is next Tuesday night. It's a home game. So it won't be webcast, but you can come on out to Eric Profit, number 19 Soccer Complex next Tuesday for the JV contest beginning at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game.
Tell us about some of the players on your squad and what they've done this year and what the future looks like for them.
Well, we've got a lot of speed in the front. That's kind of unusual for a JV. We've got Bailey and we've got Peyton, and they work really hard in the front. And then Mickey holds together the midfield. And then in the back, we've got Naeli. She's a strong defender back there. All my defenders are pretty strong. And then Amber, she's playing goalie this year, and she's done a really great job for me. She's a basketball player, turned goalie, and she just gets better with every game. So we've got just a really good squad this year.
And you anticipate everybody's going to be back next year?
Yeah, I think so. We are going to lose Amber. I think she's moving to Texas, so we'll end up losing her. But I think the rest of the girls will be back, and a lot of them will probably fill in some varsity spots because I know we're losing 4 or 5 players on the varsity next year. So it'll be a good choice or a good chance for them to move into the varsity positions.
Got an awfully tough game today against a very, very good program in Topeka, Washburn Rural, and coming off a very tough, heartbreaking loss Tuesday night against Manhattan at home.
Yeah, 2-1 with Manhattan. We had chances to win that game, and we just couldn't pull it off. Today with Topeka, we've played them already in the tournament, and they ended up being our tournament champions. We lost to them 0-3, but also the team that was in the finals with them lost to them 0-3. So we're getting better as we play, and hopefully we can have a better result today. But they are a very tough team.
The weatherman is supposed to not cooperate this afternoon as rain is in the forecast, storms are in the forecast. Does that affect the way you prepare for the game at all?
There are chances of rain, and it's a little harder when there's lightning delays, but as far as approaching the game, that doesn't really change anything for us. If we have to wait, they have to wait, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal.
Tell us your view on the role of the JV program to the overall Grizzly soccer program. What is its function? What is its purpose?
Well, JV gives a lot of opportunities for girls to get plenty of minutes in a game situation, and a game situation is usually where you grow and where you learn, and it gives them an opportunity to do that. That if they were to make varsity and we suit up, 25 or 30 for varsity, then a lot of those girls wouldn't see playing time. So it just gives them a lot of playing time to work things out, and it also gives them the other coaches can look at them and see who can move up or whatever they need to do. So it just gives a great opportunity for players.
And how about Roger Powell? Tell us something about you and your background.
I've been here 20 years in Northwest High School and coached with Bobby B for several seasons. We've coached boys, coached girls together, and it's just been probably the most fun thing that I do at Northwest High School. It's just super enjoyable. The kids are great, and it just makes things a lot of fun.
And it is something coaching with a man like Coach B.
Oh yeah, he's a legend. I've told him that before. He's a living legend, and I've learned lots from him, and I've taken that on to other teams. I coach other club teams, and I've taken that experience to other teams, and I've just used that to help lots of people become better, or lots of kids become better players, and it's privilege to learn from a master.
Well, I know one thing. The girls all love you. They love you as a coach. They love you as a person, and it's obvious that you have struck their hearts, and we're glad you're with us, and hope you're in the coaching staff for many years to come.
Well, thank you, and hopefully we'll get a good result today and for many years to come.
Best of luck today against Washburn Rural, and hopefully you can win out and end on a high note.
That sounds great. I would love that.
JV head coach Roger Powell, our guest on the pregame show. Stay tuned after this brief timeout for the starting lineup and the play-by-play of today's JV contest. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies girls soccer.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Wichita Northwest Grizzly Soccer is on the air. Welcome, Grizzly Nation, to another webcast of your Wichita Northwest Grizzlies as they march their way to another 6A state title. Today's webcast is made possible through the support of the many sponsors of the annual Eric Profit No. 19 Memorial Soccer Tournament, including Mel Hamilton Ford. We're better, we're proving it, you be the judge. And by Emerson Biggins, 808 East Douglas. Come visit Emerson Biggins and enjoy the hospitality of Luis Lopez and his staff today. Glenn and Camille Nyberg, proud sponsors of Grizzly Soccer. Wichita Tractor, home of Bad Boy Mo. 1750 Southwest Street, Mo with an attitude. And the many other sponsors who made these webcasts possible. And now, to the field, and your host, Kevin Arkin.
A very pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Todd Taylor. Welcome to Washburn Rural High School and their beautiful soccer complex here in Topeka, Kansas, where this afternoon we're going to bring you both ends of a doubleheader between the Junior Blues and your Northwest Grizzlies. The JV game will be starting here in about 3 minutes, and I will give you the starting lineups for the Grizzlies because those are the only starting lineups I was given. We'll tell you who's on the floor for the Washburn Rural squad as they make their touches of the ball throughout the game. Beg your pardon. Beautiful day here in Topeka. It's 85 degrees at kickoff, and the weather forecast, quite honestly, is not very good. We're supposed to get severe thunderstorms moving in here in about 2 hours from what the weatherman says. But right now, the weather is good. We left some bad weather behind when we left Wichita. It was nice and sunny when we left Wichita. Half an hour later, we heard on while we were on the turnpike coming up here that it was raining in Wichita. So some storms evidently moved into the Wichita area during the day today. I'm joined in the JV contest by Chris Navarrete, who's going to bring you all the fine pictures of this one. And he's also going to tell me who's across the way waiting to sub in because I brought cheaters today. I can't see that far. So I have binocs, so between the two of us, we're going to get the substitutions down as they occur. Let's give you the starting lineups now for your as we are making a couple of adjustments here. Bear with me. Let's see what that sounds. That sounds a little better. Okay, for the Grizzlies, in goal, number 1, a sophomore, Amber Knight. At midfield, Peyton Davis, wearing number 3. She is a freshman, Peyton Davis is. On defense, Alyssa Gramke, a sophomore. She will wear number 6 today. Nita Castellanos, am I pronouncing that right?
What is it?
Castellanos?
Yeah.
I don't know this young lady. I haven't had a lot of exposure with the JV this year. Nina Castellanos at midfield, wearing number 8. She's a sophomore. Aaliyah Delgado, number 9, is a freshman and is also at midfield starting for the Grizzlies today. Alyssa Hernandez is a junior wearing number 11 on defense. Also on defense, a junior, Mickey Harkins, wearing number 12. Nayeli Ortiz, wearing number 13, is a sophomore at midfield, along with Bailey Clark, number 14, who you heard Roger Powell talking about in the pregame interview. Bailey is a junior. Sierra Ghana is a sophomore wearing number 16 on defense. And Maddie Harkins, number 23, is also a junior, as she and Mickey Harkins are twins. Hey, look who's here. Huh? For now, yeah. You folks watch the game. I'm going to turn the pot down a minute.
I'll leave them right here. I will at some point. Is there any way to get any water or something like that?
There's a concession stand right below us.
Okay, how much is it?
$2.
No, that's fine.
I got one. I'm good.
You sure?
Looks like we missed the goal from somebody. And we missed the goal here as we were away taking care of some logistics up here. We apologize for that. Washburn Rural has taken a 1-0 lead, and we did not see who scored. Grizzlies will kick off. I was about to say when all this started, the Grizzlies are playing from left to right. They're in their road blue uniforms here at Washburn. Nate, if you can use that pole, push the window all the way up or it'll be in the line of sight of the camera. There you go. That's what's out there. Now you know. So in the first minute of the contest, the Junior Blues get on the board here in the JV match. Grizzlies with it now, bringing it across midfield. On the near side, Maddie Harkin's giving chase, number 23. Blues get it back, and this one back to Maddie. You can see the unusual configuration of this field and the press box with relation to the bleachers. The bleachers are actually 20 yards past this building. So we have to look through the bleachers in order to see the field from the press box. Kind of an unusual configuration here at Topeka, Washburn. And here's a chance for Washburn, but the play is ruled offside. It will be a free kick for the Grizzlies. And the free kick is tapped out of bounds. It will stay with Northwest. Manny Harkins will throw it in here for Northwest. And gets it into the neighborhood of Peyton Davis. Davis deep, looking to cross one. Has a player hanging all over her. And that one's going to go out of play, and it will belong to the Junior Blues. Just underway here, and thank you for joining us today as we underwent a couple of minor technical problems as we started, but we've got it all under control. Oh, you're good. You're a good man. Nate Lund just sat down here to save the day. I still think you need to put these on. Why don't you grab another chair? At midfield, Blues have it. Now they send one wide. It goes out of play. It will belong to the Grizzlies. Right in front of the press booth over there. This press building we're in is very unusual configuration if you're from Wichita, but not very unusual for Topeka. This is actually a dual-purpose press facility. There's a football field for Washburn Rural directly on the other side of us. And this one press box actually serves both sports at the same time, and you can conceivably have a game on each field going at the same time and have them both covered from the same press box. So we want to thank Athletic Director Penny Lane for her hospitality, getting us all set up here. And the ladies and gentlemen downstairs from the Special Olympics, you're good, who are manning the concession stand for everybody today. And that ice water sure tastes good. It's plenty warm up here as the air conditioner is not running. This one goes out of play. It will belong to Washburn. Ball thrown in now in the corner and tapped over the goal line. It will be a corner kick now for Washburn Rural. On the far side of the field, wind is a factor. It is a windy day here. The wind is out of the south, which means it's blowing from left to right. So the Grizzlies have the wind at their back here in the first half of this one. Unlike Tuesday night, when the gale force wind was in their face for the first 40 minutes. Out to center it comes. It's going to be recovered there, it looks like, by
Oh, Peyton Davis got a foot on it, but unable to control it. Washburn has it back. Ortiz with it now. And the ball comes bouncing back and forth between different colored shirts. I'll let you know who has possession as soon as they figure it out. Grizzlies are about to sub a player here. Chris, you got an idea who that is? $15. I can read that number. By George, that'd be Daphne Para coming in for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies trying to get something going. We want to welcome anyone from the Topeka, Washburn rural community who might be watching today's webcast, as we fed the link to Washburn Rural yesterday. If you're tuning in and watching us either live or on the delayed podcast, we welcome you and hope you enjoy what you see. I just hope you don't enjoy it too much. Throw in coming here from the white shirts. Down the far side it goes, out of play. It'll turn over to Northwest. And here comes Rural back with it. This one's going to go out of play, belong to Northwest for another throw in. I don't mind telling you guys, it's hot in here. The windows are open. The wind is blowing, but it's plenty warm outside today. We have not said that at many games this year. April was a cold month. May is starting off more seasonal. And the schedule is winding down for the Grizzlies. The JV team only has one more game after today. And that'll be at home on Tuesday against Bishop Carroll, beginning at 5 o'clock. Tuesday is senior day for the Lady Grizzlies, and the senior night festivities will take place between games. So if you're going to come out and support the Grizzlies in person, which we hope you do, and you're coming for the varsity contest, plan on coming a little early. Show our 6 seniors how much we appreciate them. A little different story than last year. Last year we only graduated 1 senior. And it was a windy day. With only 1 senior graduating, it was mutually determined that we weren't going to waste our time getting the tent out or the tunnel out. Have a few more this year, so I'm sure we will. Parrick pushed off the ball, no call, and the ball gets sent in deep now. Clearing it over there very nicely is Mickey Harkins. Grizzlies trying to get it out of their own end and mount some offense here while they have the wind. And another pass goes to a white shirt. And they're calling, we got substitutions coming in for Northwest. Peyton Davis is leaving, and Maddie Harkins is leaving as well. Say that again?
It's like day shifts. 23. Yeah. No, over there 20. 20 is like day shift.
Jasa Jones is coming in, number 20. Yep. See her right in front of us. Who was the other one? Well, we're not exactly sure who came in. Let's see if I can figure this out by process of elimination. Yeah. Someone who did not start the game is now in there. This one's going to go out of play and be thrown in by Northwest. Mickey Harkins over there will take control. And we have another sub coming for the Grizzlies on the next throw-in. Ball goes back to Knight. No problem handling that. And she boots one with the wind past midfield. It's going to go out of play, though. Nice catch by the ref. Showing, obviously, good hand skills. He must have been a goalie. Jones gets ahead on it. Followed right behind by Para. Grizzlies can't get any offense going, sustained. Now here's a chance for Washburn. This one is going to go out of play and be a throw-in for the Junior Blues. Nayeli Ortiz comes in. Who's the other one?
There's Yvette and Sierra. Yvette
Sierra Ghana.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Yvette, I don't know her last name.
Well, that makes two of us. Oh, Ebeth Soto,
Yeah.
the sophomore, also came in for Northwest. Junior Blues have a chance here. Now the Grizzlies finally clear it away. But possession remains with the Junior Blues. This comes all the way back. Amber Knight will pick it up. And it's another strong boot past midfield, a little wind-aided. Soto can't control it. It goes back to the Junior Blues. Now Amber Knight will come out of goal to pick up this loose ball and send it forward again. 26 and change remaining. Grizzlies trail. Whoops, it would have been nice if I had. No, you're fine. I forgot to put the score up. Huh? I think weather's going to be a factor as well. They're predicting, as we said, they predicted rain by 7.
Thunder or just rain?
Huh? Thunderstorms. Yeah.
So it's just traveling
We missed it in Wichita, but
northeast, right? Traveling up northeast. Slowly picking up on us.
Grizzlies substituting 2 players here. I think Maddie Harkins is one of them.
Maddie Harkins.
Who's the one on the far side over there?
Can't tell.
Oh, Peyton Davis is back in, number 3 over there. So those 2 ladies got a breather. Foul called. That'll be a free kick for Northwest. We're going out big with this doubleheader webcast today because this will be the final regular season webcast of the year. The Grizzlies only have one more road game remaining, and that's at Southeast next Thursday, 1 week from tonight. And there is no way to webcast from Southeast, as there is no cell signal anywhere on the property. And they also have no facilities with which to operate either. So, in any case, we're going to mark that one up as a W for the Grizzlies. That way we won't phone it in. Back and forth we go. Every other shot or every other touch being taken by a different colored shirt. Would you reach me that binder back there, please? You're the man. Senior night next Tuesday. 5 of the 6 seniors have given me their senior night bio form. Still waiting on somebody on this team is a senior. Nunez is a senior. Haven't gotten hers yet. There's a chance for Washburn. There's a shot and a save and a rebound and another block by the defense. Another shot coming, and this one over the top, and it will be a goal kick for the Grizzlies, and we have dodged 3 bullets in the space of about 5 seconds. Wichita Grizzlies Soccer on the internet, being brought to you in part by Mel Hambledon Ford. We're better, we're proving it. You be the judge. Mel Hambledon Ford, 11771 West Kellogg in Wichita. We thank Lisa Hambleton and everyone at Mel Hambledon Ford for their support. And Tuesday night is Mel Hambledon Ford night at Northwest High. So come on out. Cheer on your seniors as they get their final kudos. They take on Bishop Carroll. Got a quality opponent on Tuesday night with a lot on the line, and there's potentially City League implications on the line depending on how the other teams fare tonight. 22 remaining in the first. 1-0 Grizzlies trail on an early goal by the Junior Blues. There's another chance, but Amber Knight is there to corral that one. This one comes all the way back down, and for the first time in a long time, Sharon Nabuni gets an opportunity to touch the ball, the goalkeeper for Washburn. Manager Dylan Kamenicki over there making a nice play on the ball. Peyton Davis with it, going deep, has it taken away from her, and they're going to let it roll over the goal line. And it will be a goal kick for Washburn. Grizzly Soccer on the internet being brought to you also in part today by the Kansas Joint and Spine Specialist. For the best care in sports injuries, visit the Kansas Joint and Spine Specialist, 10,100 East Shannon Wood Circle, Suite 100. Grizzlies trying to maintain control, keep the ball in that end of the field. Maddie Harkins has one blocked from her view and taken away. And here comes Washburn back. Sure, go right ahead. Absolutely. We're plotting our ventilation strategy. They should open. Yeah, open them more. Let's get some more air moving. I'm all over that. At midfield, Maddie Harkins trying to control it, unable to do so. Here comes Washburn back with it. That play blocked very nicely by Delgado. And it goes out of play. It will belong to the Grizzlies on the throw. 19:20 remaining. Grizzlies down by a goal.
Maddie Harkins does a little give and go back. And now it's launched forward toward midfield, where Hernandez is giving chase. And ball's tapped away from her, and Junior Blues trying to control. Now they tap it out of play. It will be a throw in for Northwest. That does feel better, by the way. Thank you for the little breeze we're getting. My shirt's already soaked. You can't see it from this camera view, folks, but there is a thunderhead forming directly in front of the stadium, heading our way. Wichita got some storms last night. If you're from out of town, watching this out of town, we had a line of thunderstorms come through the city last night. Dumped about an inch of rain in 20 minutes. There's a shot blocked by the defense. Unable to clear it. Now out to Harkins. Neither team wanting to really possess the ball so far in this one. Long one into the wind by Rural. Hernandez got a shoulder on it. Chance for the Grizzlies here. There's a shot and a save. Nice shot that time by Alyssa Hernandez. And Nabuni able to corral it and keep the score right where it is. That's the first shot on goal for the Grizzlies in the game. Hernandez sends it out to Harkins, back to Hernandez. And up the field it goes. Who will win the foot race? It won't be Maddie Harkins. Goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Washburn. Out to center where Soto gets it. Sends one for Davis and then back to Garcia. And on the far side of the field, it goes out of play. Be a throw in for the Grizzlies. Crystal Garcia will handle the chores over there. Northwest trying to mount some offense here. 2-on-5 won't work. There's a nice centering pass in the direction of Jasa Jones, but intercepted by the goalkeeper for Washburn.
Throw in is tapped right out of bounds. It will belong to the Junior Blues. 14 to go here, first half. Grizzlies trail by 1. An early goal, the only score in this game. Here's a chance for Washburn. Nice job by Mickey Harkins to get that ball out of there. Hernandez can't get to it. Clark Amber Knight made a nice save and then almost gave up a rebound there. Grizzlies trying to get it back. Nice interception that time by the Blue Shirts. Pass up to Peyton Davis. Off of Delgado's foot. Chance for Washburn, goes over the goal line for a goal kick for the Grizzlies. Wichita Soccer on the internet. Brought to you in part through the support of ABC Discount Wine and Spirits and the Humidor, with 5 convenient locations to serve you, including 8550 West 21st Street. Goal kick taken. And the ball controlled by the Junior Blues. On the far side, the wind is starting to pick up. And Amber Knight reaches up, uses her height to corral that ball. Undoubtedly the tallest person on the team. 5'11" is what I'm hearing in the background. I believe every bit of it. And when it's tapped over the goal line, it will be a goal kick for the Blue Shirts. Grizzly Soccer on the internet also being brought to you by Cartridge Express at 7447 West 21st Street North. Bring in your used cartridges for trade-in. Get an extra 10% off our already low prices. Open 10 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 1 on Saturdays. Cartridge Express. Ball at center being played there by the Junior Blues. Now the Grizzlies try to clear unsuccessfully. Here's a chance for Washburn. A pass, and it's intercepted nicely by Amber Knight, who will have a goalkeeper distribution. This one goes all the way and over the goalkeeper's head. Score!
Did she score that? Yes. The goalkeeper? Yes. Holy cow.
Amber Knight gets the goal.
Oh my.
I have never seen that in my entire life.
I've only seen Tim Howard do that when he was at Everton.
The Grizzly goalkeeper scores the goal, albeit wind-aided and bounce-aided, but even so. She ties the game at 1. Wow.
Let's see an instant replay.
Yeah, we wish we had that available, but unfortunately we do not.
Oh, yeah, she'll be pumped. Everything she kicks is going to go down there. And she goes for her hat trick. Who'd have thunk it, folks? Now, let me ask our fine videographer here, Chris Navarrete. You did get that on camera?
Yes.
Good for you. That will be in the highlight reel.
Well, as soon as I seen it hit on the right side of the circle, I was like, holy cow, that went a long way.
Well, the goalkeeper came way out. She was out way too far, I thought. So Grizzlies get a gift. I think we can define that as a gift that no one was expecting. A goal would be scored in that situation. And on the flip side of that coin, that Sharon Nabuni feels horrible.
I was just looking at it. I was like, no way.
I couldn't believe it. Grizzlies get it back. Now they lose it. Here's a chance for Washburn. Crossing pass. Looks like Amber Knight's going to get to it. And she does. So with 9 minutes to go, I'm sorry, I'm just a little amazed. With 9 minutes to go, Amber Knight scores from inside her own penalty area, folks. She did not she dribbled it. Those of you in Wichita who remember the Wichita Wings, that is shades of Per Runfed, who scored one from the opposite half of the field on a fly, I might add. Here come the Grizzlies, 4-on-3, a chance. Jason Jones fighting for it. Mickey Harkins went down. She's slow to get up. She is up, however. Isn't that what I said? I meant Maddie. I apologize, Maddie.
Good corner out of it.
Junior Blues get the ball back and start bringing it back down with 6:20 on the clock. When we get to halftime, we're going to take the camera and we're going to pan the skyline. And you can see what's coming. I mean, the storms are beginning to form. They've been forming for the last 30 minutes. The sun is gone. There are thunderheads in the distance, all of which formed while we were sitting here.
Feels good.
It does feel good. Yeah, I agree.
It looks like it, but it's not. Am I right, though?
Yeah, it is.
Shoot, I'm going downstairs.
Washburn had to go do some ball chasing here. That's the reason for that delay. You can hear the wind in the mics now. And it looks like the Grizzlies made a substitution, but I didn't see who came in. Anybody see that? Not paying close enough attention. Mickey Harkins that time does get a foot on it and clears it out. And here comes Washburn with a chance, but the ball cleared away momentarily anyway. Washburn's bringing in a player at this juncture. And I really appreciate you doing that, Nate. It did me no good. There's no 11 on my roster.
Oh, nice.
I'm on you, yeah.
Oh, no, it's our team.
Yeah, there's no 11. So the mystery player is on the field for Washburn. You know, this is JV. That happens. Players move around, and sometimes you have roster changes during the day. Now we have a substitution coming in for the Grizzlies, and Peyton Davis is coming back in, and she's replacing Andy Terhune, who takes a seat. Nate Lund is going to take on the role of spotter here, which is good because I can't see a darn thing, and I don't mind telling you. Folks, the Eric Profit Memorial Golf Tournament is coming up on July the... What's the date of that? It's the 8th?
That was the
9th. I think it is the 9th. Yeah, Monday, July the 9th at Willow Bend. Reservations are currently being accepted, and also we're in need of sponsors for the tournament. If you want to do a little, get some good advertising to a great target market, advertise in this tournament. It will be full, and we certainly do appreciate everyone's support of the Grizzlies soccer program. Grizzlies have a build-up working here. That one goes out of play. It'll belong to Northwest. Unfortunately, it'll require the chasing by Bailey Clark of a ball into the next county, as they don't have any ball retrievers in play here. And it comes. That one went out off of Sierra Ghana, and it will be a throw in for the Junior Blues. Stay with us at halftime. My entire headset just popped off. I've never had that happen before. At halftime, Nate Lund and I are going to talk about the golf tournament some more. This one goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in for the Junior Blues with 44 seconds remaining here in the first half. Washburn's got something going here. Grizzlies need to make a move. Maddie Arkin sends one wide. They need to bring it forward. Peyton Davis can't control it. And it goes back to Washburn. Now a quick kick forward all the way to midfield. Nice job that time. And here come the Grizzlies back. And the clock runs out, and we are done, folks. It is halftime. And our halftime score: Grizzlies 1 and Washburn 1. We're going to take a 30-second timeout here as soon as I can get that thing go, and then we'll be back, and I'll be joined by Nate Lund. We're going to talk golf. Stay with us. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies girls soccer.
This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life.
Seconds. Back at Washburn Rural, Kevin Arkin, Chris Navarrete, and Nate Lund with you, bringing you the sights and sounds of a pretty decent JV contest between the Grizzlies and the Junior Blues. And I guess before we talk about what we're going to talk about, we got to talk about the goal of the year for the JV.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was a
little help from the wind, but
a lot of help from the wind.
Definitely a good punt.
It was, yeah, gosh, that was a great.
I don't
punt.
think I've seen that since Tim Howard did it with Everton a few years ago in Premier League, and that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, if I counted it right, 2 bounces.
Was it 2?
Was it 2 bounces? It landed in the circle. Then it landed in front of the goalkeeper and bounced over her head and then landed in the goal.
Yeah,
so
he was definitely out of position.
If I counted it right, it's 2. Yeah, she was out of position, which helped. Being on a turf field helped because it got an extra big bounce.
And I think it's old school turf. I think it's basically just turf on top of concrete.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It'll be pretty hard.
They have the new turf.
Yeah, in the football
you folks
stadium.
can't see it, but the football stadium behind us has the better turf on it. So I wouldn't be a bit surprised if this is the old that.
Yeah, probably.
They probably took the old turf off the football field to put it over this and it probably was a grass field before.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's what I'm guessing. So anyway, Nate, let's talk golf tournament. It's a pretty important event for this soccer program, as the Profit Foundation is financed almost entirely by the proceeds of one event, and that's the golf tournament in July.
Yeah, and we're really looking forward to it. It's going to be a huge event this year. A lot of sponsors, and still need a few more.
We need more, all the sponsors
a lot
we can get.
A lot of people
helping
more with it, and it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, it should be a great time. It's always a good time. The food will be provided by Emerson Biggins again this year. Last year was the first year that they provided the food, and it was darn good.
Yeah,
it was really good. So
you can never go wrong with good food.
Exactly, and Luis always does a good job. So we are looking forward to that. Again, mark your calendars. It's the 9th of July. It's at Willow Bend, and you can actually sign up online. You'll have to Google Eric Profit Golf Tournament to get to the site, because I don't know what the URL is off the top of my head.
Well, and this year we're going to be using Square readers to take payments on pretty much everything, so you won't have to bring too much cash with you, but a little extra cash isn't bad.
For those like Chris who don't know what Square readers are, why don't you explain that?
So it's an app on your phone, and then you have a device that plugs into the phone, and we're able to swipe credit cards, and it just makes it a little easier for everybody, so we can keep track of everything and puts the money right into the Profit Foundation account.
So not only can they pay their registration fee, which is $110 a player and $450 a team. Did I get that right?
Yep.
You can do that on the day of the event with Square.
Square Reader.
Thank you, Square Reader. I'm having a brain aneurysm here.
It's all right.
Beverages on the course can be bought and paid for by that.
Yeah, you can purchase a $20 wristband, and you can have all the beverages that you would like.
So that's a great deal, because it's going to be hot. It's It's July. July is always hot. So people are going to be thirsty, and that's a great thing.
And golf always makes you a little thirsty, especially when it's a tournament.
It does. So that's a good deal. You don't have to carry a bunch of cash around. Just
and you get the food.
And yeah, absolutely. And the food, as you know, is darn good. So.
And I believe that the beer providers are going to be females.
The beer chicks will be back.
Yeah.
The beer chicks will be back. If you look at the golf tournament site the pictures from last year, you'll see who the beer chicks. I think it's the same ladies coming back. The beer chicks from last year will be back, and they'll of course beautify the place as well. So, yeah, we're looking forward to it. Again, it's a fun event.
I think check-in is at 8 o'clock. Tee-off, I believe, is at 8:30.
And it's a shotgun start?
It's a shotgun start, so it'll go in a hurry. And par is your friend, you know.
And I believe you'll be able to buy, what do they call them, yellow balls?
They're going to do instead of buying mulligans, I think we had mulligans for $10 a piece.
Yeah.
And instead of buying mulligans, and you could buy a maximum of 3.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of, and I think they were 5 a piece, not 10 a piece. So because if you bought 3 a piece, that's 3, 6, 9, 12. That'd be $60.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy a yellow ball that's good for 1 shot per hole per team for $50, and you can use it all. You use that same ball all day long,
yep.
Unless you lose it. If you lose it, you lose it.
Yeah, don't hit it in the water.
Don't hit it in the water. So, if you're on my team, you don't hit your tee shot with a yellow ball.
Yeah, you probably want to use it for putts or
chipping,
or
short chips,
yep.
that kind of thing,
for
or
sure.
Getting out of traps or something like that. So
one of the things that's that we sponsor from the Eric Profit Foundation is scholarships.
We do. We scholarship a boy senior and a girl senior every year with a $1,000 scholarship, which can be applied to their college. Of course, they have to go to get it. They have to go. First of all, they have to compete for it, and they have to do a questionnaire. They have to do an essay and interview.
I think they have to do some kind of service and things like that.
Exactly. And a committee selects the winner. This year's winners have been selected, but we're not at liberty yet to disclose who they are.
Very good.
Because they want to wait until
we're pretty excited for them, though.
I'm excited for both of these kids, and they do know who they are. So. And they're excited as well.
And you can find out next Monday night, I think, at Northwest when they do their senior awards.
And that's why we're holding off. We don't want to spill the beans before the senior awards are given out. And yes, that will be next Monday night at North. You know, it's just hard to believe that these kids are about to graduate.
Yeah, this year has gone by very fast. I'm sure the last 4 have gone by even faster for those senior parents.
And not only this year, but the season.
Yeah, the soccer season's almost over.
Season
we have 4 games left? 3 games?
3 games left, including tonight.
Yeah,
there's
crazy.
only 2 next week, and we're done with regular season.
But then we have postseason. And we're due for a good postseason this year.
Yes, we have lost in the first round each of the last 2 years in postseason, and we're due to make a run.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'd sure like to see them make that run this year. And this will be the last year that they will play in 6A.
Yeah, with 5 next year, right?
5A next year. So they will drop down. And next year they will be in the tournament with teams like Capon and Carroll and St. Thomas Aquinas and St. James and
some good teams in there.
There's some good teams.
Yep.
There's a lot of good heights.
Those Catholic schools, man. St. Thomas Aquinas. I think they were the only team that beat Mays this year, aren't they?
I think they are.
Yeah,
I think so. And Craig Ewing, the coach up there, who's a good friend, he has them ready he is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter who he's got playing; they're all good.
Yeah.
And when he substitutes, he doesn't substitute a player; he substitutes a line.
Yeah.
I mean, he brings in 7 kids at once.
Kind of how Mays does it too, though.
Yeah, if you've got the depth, you can do that.
Yeah.
If you've got that kind of depth, you can certainly do that. But we don't have that. We don't have that luxury. So.
Well, that halftime went by fast.
It did, and we're going to take a quick time out here for a quick note, and we'll be back for the second half. So stay with us.
Go Grizzlies!
We're tied at 1. We'll be right back. This is Grizzlies girls soccer.
Hey man, you got out for football? Band class still needs you, man.
Kansas students have choices to do or not to do. The Kansas State High School Activities Association urges everyone to participate because when activities stop, nobody wins.
They want to use it after you do. Back at Washburn Rural, we're getting ready for the second half of the game between the Grizzlies and the Junior Blues. Tied at 1. Grizzlies will play into the wind this half, playing from right to left, and the wind is blowing. It is blowing hard. There's one of those wind turbine things out in the distance here over the school, and you look at the thing. The thing is spinning like an airplane. What do we have here? Oh, we're looking at radar now. There is a line of thunderstorms building to our west.
From about McPherson to...
Yeah, from McPherson up through Manhattan. So they're about 50 miles away, and we can see them from here.
They're moving from southwest to northeast.
The whole line, though, is going to be moving to the east because they are getting closer. So I wouldn't be a bit surprised if we get wet before the night is over, folks. All righty, we are back at it here. Grizzlies extremely fortunate after giving up the early goal in the first minute of the first half to get the goal from the most unexpected source of them all. Not often a goalkeeper scores in soccer. And that will make, as we mentioned, that's going to make the highlight reel. This one's going to go over the goal line. It will be a goal kick for the Grizzlies. Grizzly Soccer brought to you on the web today in part by Legacy Bank, providing quality banking services to South Central Kansas since 1885. Open your account today by stopping in at any Legacy Bank location or by calling 260-3711. For more information, check out the Legacy Bank website at www.legacy-bank.com. Legacy Bank's a strong supporter of Grizzly Soccer on the World Wide Web. Also brought to you in part by the law office of Matt Sarachty, attorney at law of Woodard, Hernandez, Roth, and Day. They specialize in business and corporate law, employment law, malpractice, personal injury, real estate, and more. Give Matt a call at 263-4958. Their offices are located at 245 North Waco in downtown Wichita. Grizzlies with the ball here, trying to push it into the wind for a goal. This one's going to go all the way back to Nabuni. And she punches one up, and the wind gets that too. Settled down, the white shirts have it. With it is Joy Nabuni, who is obviously related. This one goes back to Amber Knight. Here's another chance for Washburn. Getting behind the defense briefly. There's a shot over everything, and it will be a goal kick for Northwest. Grizzly Soccer on the internet, sponsored also by McCurdy Auction, LLC, 12,041 East 13th Street at K96, where it's as good as sold. Give them a call, 316-683-0612. Check out the McCurdy Auction website for upcoming real estate and personal property auctions. Go to McCurdyAuction.com. Washburn building up here at the top of the penalty area, which is not a good place for it. There's a shot wide right. It would be another goal kick for Amber Knight and company. Moving over to take the goal kick for the Grizzlies will be Nayeli Ortiz. If you just joined us, you missed a pretty good first half. Glad you're with us. Varsity game will follow 20 minutes after the conclusion of this rascal. Now we have a corner kick coming here for Washburn. And it comes, loose ball, finally cleared out by the Grizzlies. And right back in by Washburn. A header attempt misses, goes back to Amber Knight. She will have a goalkeeper distribution. Major bullet dodged that time by the Grizzlies. Goal kick going to be taken by Ortiz. Out it comes. Nothing but white around it, however. Harkins tries to clear it out, unable to do so. Grizzlies are going to have to keep the ball on the ground in this half because of that wind.
Substituting.
Who's in?
9 and number 2 for subs.
Ebeth Soto comes in for the Grizzlies, replacing Crystal Garcia, who takes a seat. Goal kick taken is won by Washburn. They're going to send one right back to Amber Knight. She gets a couple of mitts on it. She'll have a goalkeeper distribution here. Out to center it comes. This one tapped. This ought to be our ball. Let's see what they call here. They're going to give it to It is Grizzly throw in. Once again, the old ref is right. Either that or I'm a good guesser, one way or the other. Nice chip forward that time by Bailey Clark. Here's a chance for the Junior Blues, and the shot is taken over there by Joy Gabuni, and it goes wide to the left. Here's another chance as another buildup is occurring. This one goes over the goal line off a blue shirt, and it will be a corner kick for the Junior Blues. Heading over there to take it, Izzy Entz. This one's going to watch. The wind is going to take that right over the goal line for a goal kick. After it looped in, it looped right back out again. It's a goal kick for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies Soccer on the Internet brought to you in part tonight by Johnson's General Stores in Wichita, Westside locations at 5400 North Meridian or 1009 South Seneca. Your choice for quality fuels for your car and for yourself as well. All at low prices and where smiles are free. Johnson's General Stores. Inside 31 minutes remaining here in the second half. And for those of you who are not used to JV contests, it's a little early to say this, but I'll say it anyway. They do not play overtime in JV. Grizzlies about to make a substitution over there as Jason Jones is getting set to come back in. She'll probably come back in on the next sub out. And this one belongs to Washburn. In it comes.
Clearing attempt fails, but it goes right back to Amber Knight. And she sends one out to Maddie Harkins. This one will belong to White. And in it comes. Mickey Harkins taps that one out of play. It will stay with the Junior Blues. After the conclusion of this game, we will take it to the Bobby Berbieska pregame interview program, followed by the varsity contest here at Washburn Rural. With all the hopes in of getting the game in before the storms hit. Here's a chance for Washburn. Centering pass, shot, and a save by Knight. Ball still loose in front. Now a foul called on Washburn, and it will be a free kick for the Grizzlies. Nice job that time by Amber Knight. Okay. I seem to have lost something here. I lost my volume. That's what I lost. All right. We got some subs coming in. Mary Ziegler, number 2. Catherine Reiner, number 4. And Autumn Ishmael, number 16, coming in for the Junior Blues. And, of course, you already know that Jasa Jones came in and took the place of Peyton Davis for the Grizzlies. Number 8, Riley Palmer, also just snuck in for Washburn while we weren't looking. This one on the goal line. Centering pass is blocked by the defense. A nice job that time. We'll give the credit to Alea Delgado for that. Goes over the goal line. It will be a corner kick. Coming over to take the corner kick is Izzy Entz, number 3. Front of the goal and off the hands of Amber Knight and in for a score. Very unfortunate. And it gives Washburn a 2-1 lead. Bailey Clark's going to go take a seat. And Andy Terhune comes in to take her place. Izzy Entz gets the second goal for the Junior Blues on the corner kick. So the Grizzlies now in a hole, not only down a goal, they're playing into a stiff wind. Although I say that, the wind has died down. Wind's still a factor, however. Ball on the near side will be thrown in by Washburn. And that one tapped out by Terhune. And another throw in here by the Junior Blues. Deep in the corner. They try to center it, unable to do so, so they send it out instead.
And a handball called on the Junior Blues. It'll be a free kick for Northwest. Northwest just can't get the ball out of their own half of the field. And they cannot play the next 25 minutes this way and expect to come out with a victory. Here's a chance that's going to go over the goal line, and it will be a goal kick for Northwest. Northwest Grizzlies soccer on the internet brought to you by Lee's Roofing, 611 North Emporia, where their motto is experience counts. When you choose Lee's Roofing, you get roofing repairs and installations performed by roofing professionals with 5 decades of experience, and you get a 5-year warranty. Call Lee's Roofing today at 942-6000. Got a throw in coming here for Washburn on the far side of the field. Centering pass broken up by the defense. And here's trouble. Big trouble. Here's a centering pass. It's loose. Amber Knight knocks it over the goal line. I believe it will be what are they going to call? Goal kick they called. I'll take that goal kick. So I guess Amber did not knock it over the goal line. Which means that I was wrong this time. You might make a note of the date and time, Chris, that I've made my error for the year.
Let's see, the 3rd and 5:37.
Yeah, there you go. Washburn with it again. Sending it in deep, and Amber Knight's there to use her height to get that ball. You heard, you may have heard Coach Powell talking on the pregame interview that Amber Knight will not be returning to the team next year as her family is moving to Tejas. Wind has really picked up again now. The corner flag in the far corner of the field is practically touching the ground. It's blowing so hard over there. Another one over the goal line. It will be a goal kick for Northwest. There's a long blast that goes wide. And it's another goal kick for Northwest. 22 minutes remaining here in the second half. Grizzlies down by 1. They've never led. Jason Jones with it at midfield, trying to get it wide, unable to do so, in the direction of Soto. Say what? Yeah. Nate has been noting that Alyssa Hernandez has been she's gotten ice on her knee, so she suffered a knee injury. She's probably done for the day. Sierra Ghana coming back in, number 16 for Northwest. And Izzy Entz, Joy Nabuni, and Sophie Kirstens coming in for the Junior Blues as they make a line change. Washburn with a shot and a save by Amber Knight. Girls have played well. They've also played clean. Not a lot of fouling in this contest by either team. Do not know what the future holds for this series after today. And this one goes over the goal line for a corner kick. The Grizzlies move down to 5A next year. And, of course, Washburn will stay at 6. Izzy Entz to take the corner for... And the ball's knocked out by Mickey Harkins. And it will be another corner kick for Washburn. And they changed that up this time. They did a little push play. Ball loose, rolling up the near side. Can we clear it? Yes, we do. Nice job. But they said it went out of play first. So it will belong to Washburn. There's a centering pass, too hard. Nobody can control that. Shot taken that time by Catherine Reiner went wide. And it's another goal kick for the Grizzlies. On the near side. Reiner with it again. Sending one up. Goes out of play. It will be I believe it's going to be a throw-in. It is. White shirts have it. Back top of the penalty area. And a nice job of clearing the ball out by the Grizzlies. You know, every now and then the old faux pas just come out, you know. Here's a chance, a shot, and a block and a save by Amber Knight. A nice job by Amber. It results in a corner kick, but a great play nonetheless. Izzy Entz will go over and take it. Well, another goal scored here. On the deflection, Joy Nabuni scores it for Washburn. And with 16:10 remaining, the Junior Blues have a 2-goal lead. It was bound to happen. We've been playing with the ball right in front of Amber Knight here for the last 10 minutes. The Grizzlies need to generate some offense, and I know they're playing into the wind now, but they still need to control the ball and keep it on the ground and get some offense going. There's an opportunity. It's the deepest penetration we've had in a long time, and it resulted in nothing but a turnover. Bailey Clark unable to keep it under control. This one is deflected out by the defense, and it will result in a corner kick for Washburn, and Izzy Entz heads over again to take yet another. From the corner, here's Entz with the wind in her favor, putting one up, and nice job by Amber to get a hand up and snag that one. She'll send it out as close as she can to center, given the wind. Peyton Davis can't get to it. Here's another one that's going to be a throw-in this time as it goes out about 6 feet short of the goal line. Couple substitutions coming in for the Grizzlies as Crystal Garcia, number 4, comes back into the game, and she's joined by Daphne Parra, number 15.
9, 11, and 15.
And the line change for Washburn consists of Caroline Little, number 9, number 15, Taylor Evans,
11.
And number 11, the mystery guest. She must be so new they didn't get her on the roster. Grizzlies with a chance to get something going here. Mickey Harkins tries to center one. Going to go to a white shirt. I knew that would be a bad thing to do. I took my hat off because I'm hot now. I lost my sun visor. I think I'm going to have to put my hat back on. Pardon me, folks, while I regain my chapeau. Grizzlies trying to get something going here. Harkin sends it up to Bailey Clark. Goes out of play. It will belong to Washburn as we approach the 12-minute mark remaining in the game. Grizzlies down 3-1. Varsity game follows 20 minutes after this one. We invite you to stay right here. We have plenty going on in between halves. Actually, hope to get a visit with the athletic director here at Washburn Rural, Penny Lane. We invited her to come up in between games for a visit. We'll have to see if she's available. Washburn with it at the moment. Throw in coming for the Grizzlies. Lands on a white shoe. Another throw in. This one's going to deflect right back. This time it'll belong to Northwest. Peyton Davis giving chase there. Comes away with it. Nice job by Mickey Harkins to get the ball away. Clark with it, tried to split two defenders, unable to do so. And a foul called. It will belong to Northwest. 10 minutes to go here, second half. Throw in here for the white shirts as they try a build-up.
This game has been dominated by their possession completely.
It has been. Here's an opportunity, a shot and a save by Amber Knight. Nice job by the young lady to stop another one. We haven't been keeping track of her saves up here, but she's got a bunch in this half. You know, as much as I complained about the impending storms, I'd rather have the clouds back. This sun is killing me. We have to look right into the sun. One of the disadvantages of where this press box is for soccer, as the sun sets, we will be looking directly into the setting sun. That's an hour and a half or so away yet. And a handball called that time. That was a pretty easy call to make. Ball will belong to Northwest. Seems like those white jerseys are everywhere. Jason Jones. And finally, the ball goes back to Amber after 3 blue touches, failed to clear it. She'll send it out to the center circle. And the infield fly rule called on that one as the ball just got hung up in the air. Alyssa Hernandez is over there in street clothes, so we know her day is done. Another great save by Amber Knight that time. Point blank shot. Say that again, please. We'll call it number 6. She's been busy this half. That one goes over the goal line. It will be a corner kick for Washburn. And Washburn subs a player as Autumn Ishmael goes out, freshman. And she's been being replaced by Taylor Evans, number 15. And I assume that's Izzy Entz in the corner. Low liner on the ground goes over the goal line. We'll do it all over again. Yet another corner kick for Washburn. Terhune comes back in for the Grizzlies, and coming in for the Junior Blues, Samantha Hauser, number 13. And Riley Palmer, number 8, also on the floor for the white shirts. Izzy Entz puts one in the air. Here's a chance, and nice job to clear it away. Ball still in play. Entz crosses one. And Sierra Ghana gets it cleared. That one goes over the top of the goal. It will be a goal kick for your Grizzlies. Wichita Grizzlies soccer on the internet being brought to you in part today by Security First Title, providing title insurance, abstract products, closing services throughout Kansas and Missouri. Make your next real estate sale or purchase a smooth one with Security First Title. Offices are conveniently located throughout Wichita and Sedgwick County. 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go here. And a loose ball as Amber lost the handle. But fortunately, Terhune is there to clear it. Yes, she does get it out. And out towards center it comes. Not for long, though, as the Junior Blues get it back. And there's a chip right back in. But, Gary. Amber lost the handle. She went one way and the ball went the other, and the wind took it in. So we're going to give the goal to the wind. There's been some weird stuff in this game. And they left the clock running over there, so our clock is, how do we say it, out of sync. We will fix that. And we're sitting here just about 3:30 to go. 4-1 now, Grizzlies trail. And the issue pretty much decided here in the JV contest. Taylor Brunton takes a seat for the Junior Blues. Who came in? Came in or went off? Oh, Autumn came in. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Riley Bagshaw took a seat as Autumn Ishmael came in for her. Terhune with the ball for Northwest. Been the story of the game, the possession by the Junior Blues. They've done a good job of taking care of the ball and keeping it as much as possible. This will be a goal kick for the Grizzlies with 2.5 remaining. And the wind has picked up a bunch. I think we're about to issue a wind warning here. Here's another chance for Washburn. They've played basically the entire second half right in front of Amber Knight. If you're watching this one live, you want to go back tomorrow after the podcast is up. You're going to want to go back and look at that goal again. Approaching 1 minute remaining now, and the issue's decided. The only thing we don't know is what will the final score be. And we have a goal kick here for Northwest. Arkin's taking it. That one's going to go out of play and belong to the Junior Blues. The sun has gone back in behind a bank of clouds. There's an approaching cumulonimbus cloud. This one goes over the top of every... Oh, it hit the crossbar. I thought it was long. And there's a shot and a score. With 14 seconds to go in the game, a shot hits the crossbar, rebounds, lands on a white foot, and boom, into the goal it goes. And they let the clock run. That will do it. We are final here in the JV contest. Final score, Washburn Rural 5, Grizzlies 1. We'll be back to wrap this up and talk about the varsity contest coming up in 30 seconds. Stay with us. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies girls soccer.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
It is. Back at Washburn Rural, Kevin Arkin, Nate Lund with you. Dylan Kamenicki has finished his shift for the day, and we thank him for his service here in the first half of this doubleheader today. Dylan Kamenicki is going to come on up and provide us with some assistance here for the second contest today, the varsity contest between these two schools. The wind, the play with the play in the wind pretty much dictated the outcome of that game, as Washburn Rural totally dominated the second half once they had the wind at their back.
Yeah, they probably had 80% possession up there.
No question about it. So it was a
yeah, when you're having to play with 6 people back all the time, it makes it tough.
Well, and we probably only got the ball past midfield a handful of times the entire second half, and we never got it deep.
No.
So, you know what I should have done if I'd been smart? I would have told Chris to have Dylan get the starters for Rural before he comes up. But I'll bet we can get them up. We can get the starters from that man right down there. If he's got them. Wow. Nate's mic does not have a windsock on it, and boy, it is. You can tell how loud this wind is. We may have to do a little bit of surgery on that during the pregame show here. You're the man. All right, we're getting situated here, and the starters have been passed along to us. We're going to give you a chance to watch the girls warm up here for about 30 seconds, and then we're going to switch it to the Bobby Bribieska pregame interview. Thank you very much. I guessed at the Northwest ones. As far as the starters, I don't have them, but I'll bet you I know who they are. 1, 3, 8, 9, 11, 12. It's the usual starters.
16.
Yeah, everybody's the same as normal. So, okay, clouds are passing over the stadium again, giving us a little bit of shade and cooling things off just a bit.
We're going to go ahead and take this opportunity. We're going to switch it over to Bobby Brybieska's coach's interview, which we recorded last night after we both got soaked in the rain. And then we'll be back with starting lineups and the play-by-play of this one. So stay with us. Glad to have you on board for the second game of this doubleheader. Grizzlies lost the first one 5-1. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies girls soccer.
This is the Grizzly Soccer pregame show with head soccer coach Bobby Brybieska. To you through the support of the Goal for Goal soccer camps, the most complete youth soccer camps in Wichita. Check them out at www.goalforgoal.com. And now, here's the coach.
And a very pleasant good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. We are engaged in our final regular season pregame show with head coach Bobby Brybieska just before our game at Washburn Rural. Coach, it's been 3 games again since we last talked because of the way the schedule's gone. So let's take it back in time for just a little bit. Okay. Let's talk about the North High game.
Well, we played at North, and the result was 6-2. I thought it was a good result. I think we caught them on a bad night because that's a very good team. You know, they got Nelly over there, the leading scorer from the league, and she had 27 goals before our game. She did score the first goal, but after that we kind of took over and had a nice win.
The defense obviously came through, holding that potent offense to only 2 goals.
That's a very good comment. I think right now the best part of our program is our defense. We seem to shut out the leading scorers. We did the same thing the other day against East. So our backs, I'm very pleased with the way they're playing.
How about we turn it over here to the West High game? I know that West continues to struggle. They seem to struggle every year, and this year is no exception. They're you don't want to look past West because those girls play hard and they give it everything they've got.
Yeah, I even went out and scouted West because I don't take West as an easy game because they do have several players that if you haven't seen them play, they could sneak up on you. But we had a very good game. I think we were clicking on all cylinders where we scored 10 goals with a 40-minute game. So I was very pleased with the result. And I thought the girls knocked the ball around well. And then Nia, another shutout for Nia. But I believe West only had 1 shot, so it speaks well for our defense.
Does playing a game like that where your one team overwhelms the other across the board, is that positive or is that negative toward the following game?
Well, if it comes at the right time, by that I mean if we have struggled in earlier games, we need a game like that just to get confidence, get the morale going back. So that for us was a confidence builder because, like I said, if it would have been a 2-0 game or something like that, then we didn't play well. But it was a good the team chemistry. That's what I liked about it. We walked away happy, and we were ready for the next practice, the next game.
And this time of year, you've got to have that chemistry down. Those girls have to believe in one another and know what they're going to do on the field.
Yeah, that's probably the most difficult aspect of coaching is the team chemistry. Sometimes you get it, and sometimes you just, for whatever reasons, we don't have it. But I think our team chemistry is where it's supposed to be. I know the final week coming up here is a tough challenge for us, but we take one game at a time.
Tuesday night, Manhattan came in to Eric Prophet, number 19 Memorial Soccer Complex, and good team, good solid team, played good defense, and both teams had chances. We just couldn't finish ours.
That was a game that, when you look at the stats, were pretty equal. They were ranked 6th in South Central area. We were ranked 5th. They scored maybe 5 or 6 more goals than we have. So I think going into that game, I thought that we were the better team going into the game because they had number 10 that probably was the only player that I worried about. But they got 2 goals in the first half, and we could never come back. Even with the win, I was disappointed in the offense that we couldn't score. But once again, our defense, even Nia Baker had like 3 key saves that kind of kept us in the game, and we had chances, they had chances, but they were the winner. And I like this. We might see them again.
In playoffs.
That's right, in playoffs.
We're going to talk about that and about the game tonight against Washburn Rural after we take this quick 30-second timeout. Stay with us. This is Coach Bobby Brieska on the pregame show.
This portion of today's webcast is brought to you in part by Dugan and Garreau, attorneys at law, 940 North Tyler Road, Wichita. By Gecko Painting, Incorporated. Danny and Grizzly alum Stacy Higgins, now of Olathe, Kansas, are proud supporters of Grizzly Nation and webcasts on the Internet. And by Regional Contractors, 1313 North Webb Road. We thank all of our sponsors for their proud support of Grizzly Soccer.
Back with head coach Bobby Brieska on the pregame show. And Coach, Washburn Rural, great hosts to our program when we come up here, and they're nothing to be reckoned with lightly.
No, Brian Hensel down there does a very good job. If you look at their history, they're in the Final Four, seems like every year. I believe he's won like 4 state championships. There's a lot of tradition over there. He does a good job with what he has. And I did see him play here when they came to play Capon. I believe that game was tied, but Capon was the better team. So it's a team that is going to be a difficult match. We have 3 games left. And out of the 3 games, we got Topeka and then Bishop, of course, is always tough. But we're looking at this game as a stepping stone to get us ready for Bishop Carroll. It's a non-league game, and hopefully we can just put things together because I like playing Topeka. Our schedule is a very difficult schedule, and perhaps an 8-4 record shows that it is difficult. But I like going to Topeka. They're a good team. They knock the ball around well. And if you can get by Topeka, then maybe it'll get us over the hump.
And Coach is referring to Bishop Carroll at home next Tuesday night in the home finale on senior night. And, of course, Bishop Carroll is always tough.
That could determine the City League. There's like 3 teams in the running. East is playing well. They're reaching their peak at the right time. And Bishop and Rock down there, Coach Rock, always has the girls prepared. They've got some key players, some all-city players, all-metro players. So that game on Tuesday, the senior night game, it's going to be a good matchup. We're playing at home, so I'm hoping that we get a nice crowd and make it a very competitive game.
And we invite you to come out next Tuesday night and catch both ends of that doubleheader. And in between the 2 games, of course, the senior night festivities will occur, and we'll recognize the young ladies who have contributed so much to the program for the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just want to thank all the parents and friends who came out to watch these girls play. They really appreciate a crowd, and when we get a crowd, they seem to get behind us, and they're like the number 12 player on the team for us. So, yeah, come on out and watch the girls play.
Okay, let's talk real quick before we sign off about potential playoffs. Have you looked into at all as to where you think you might end up the season based on what you think would happen?
A lot depends on these next 2 games, but we need to stay on the winning track to host, and that's why I always want us to host. I do know this, that our first game will be on a Monday because our seniors will graduate on a Tuesday. So now we have to play on a Monday, which is not good for me. I don't like playing Mondays.
Well, we haven't played on Monday much in the last couple of years. I think we have 1 Monday night game this year, right?
Yeah, in the regionals, we always pick Tuesday. But there's no way we're going to change graduation.
No, I don't think so.
And the girls, if they had a choice, they'd go to graduation, and that'd be a good choice for them. But we're going to play on a Monday.
Any idea as to who we might draw?
No, it's kind of hard to tell right now.
Too soon?
Too soon.
Too soon.
Yeah.
Well, whoever we draw, playoffs are one and done. So, or lose and go home. You'll have to come through, and you have to expect that every team you play is the best team in the league.
Yeah, when you get this far in the season, the Cinderella team could sneak up, but we have to be mentally prepared. Sometimes that seems to be a problem this year. When we are the better team, we don't get the result, but we have to come in there with a good attitude, knowing that you're a winner, and just play your heart out.
Well, let's start tonight with a get the W here in Topeka against Washburn Rural and do what we can to get some home field advantage, at least in the first round.
We're going to give it our best effort.
Head coach Bobby Berbieska on the pregame show. Stay tuned after this brief timeout for the starting lineup and the play-by-play of tonight's varsity match now against the Washburn Rural Junior Blues. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies girls soccer.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Wichita Northwest Grizzly Soccer is on the air. Welcome, Grizzly Nation, to another webcast of your Wichita Northwest Grizzlies as they march their way to another 6A state title. Today's webcast is made possible through the support of the many sponsors of the annual Eric Profit No. 19 Memorial Soccer Tournament, including Mel Hamilton Ford. We're better, we're proving it, you be the judge. And by Emerson Biggins, 808 East Douglas. Come visit Emerson Biggins and enjoy the hospitality of Luis Lopez and his staff today. Glenn and Camille Nyberg, proud sponsors of Grizzly Soccer. Wichita Tractor, home of Bad Boy Mowers. 1750 Southwest Street. Mow with an attitude. And the many other sponsors who made these webcasts possible. And now, to the field. And your host, Kevin Arkin.
Thank you, Todd Taylor, and a very pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Topeka, Kansas, and to Washburn Rural High School, where today the Grizzlies will be the guests of the Junior Blues in a non-league varsity contest. If you're just joining us, the JV contest ended at a 5-1 score in favor, unfortunately, for the Junior Blues, as they totally dominated the Grizzlies in the second half of the game. Also, if you just joined us, we'll tell you a little bit about conditions here at Washburn. This is a turf field used only for soccer. The soccer complex and the football complex are adjacent, and they share a press box. Really kind of a neat setup, very similar to Hummer here in Topeka as well, where they have the joint press box for both soccer and for football. The weather conditions are very windy. It's 85 degrees. The wind is blowing out of the south, which means it's blowing from left to right, blowing probably 35 to 40 miles an hour at times during the JV game, and it is blowing very steady now as well. There are storms in the forecast. There are storms west of Topeka, which we can see from our vantage point. Oh, we're getting a weather report here from Nate Lund on wearing the other headset and has the camera. He's showing you the sky. Pardon me, that we see as well. So there are storms building. It is predicted to be storming in this portion of the state by 7 o'clock this evening. So there are already storms out there. We'll see what happens. The first batch, quite honestly, may have missed us based on what I'm seeing. You look out to the west, I don't see much out there now. So,
Yeah.
Hey, Dylan. Dylan Kamenecki just moved up from his duties out there on the JV game. He's going to help us with some sights and sounds and visual aids of this one as well. Approaching kickoff here, 2 minutes to go. We're going to go ahead and give you the starting lineups for the two teams. We'll give you the Washburn Rural lineups first. In goal, Kelly Lemke, number 0, a senior. Number 4, Macy Decker is a senior forward. Number 6, Megan Lucas is a senior midfielder. Anna Rothfuss, a junior defender, wears number 8 today. Alex Entz, a junior, wearing number 10, is at midfield. The older sister of I forgot her name, Izzy Entz, who played on the JV
related
squad.
To Brooklyn?
Huh?
Are they related to Brooklyn Ents?
I don't know. That I don't know. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if they are.
Soccer's
if they're
a small
sisters.
world.
It's a small world. You're right. Kendall Mikulski is a senior midfielder wearing number 12. Britt Woolington, a senior forward wearing number 15. Taylor Brunton, a sophomore defender wearing number 16. Gee, that is something. We need to find something to tie onto your. You know what might help? If we hang on, we're going to do a little maintenance on his. Take your headset off a second here. I'm going to flip it. I'm going to do that. Now wear it that way. See if that helps. They're just getting ready to introduce players. We're going to keep it up here because we can hardly hear the guy ourselves. So it's kind of obvious that we're not going to hear much from him. Let me finish the starters for Washburn. Carolee Legg is a junior midfielder. She's wearing number 19. Number 20 is Jackie Ireland, a senior defender, and Carly Batchelor wears number 22. She is a junior midfielder for they just mispronounced one of our players. That's why I'm chuckling. Your starters for your Grizzlies tonight. In goal, Nia Baker, the junior. Olivia Crawford, number 3, will be on defense. April Lucio, number 8, at midfield, one of the captains. Lauren Vestring, number 9, anchoring the back line tonight, along with Crawford. She is a freshman. Elena Avalar, number 11. This is hard to read, you know. I'm trying this new graphic. I can hardly read it. Elena Avalar, number 11, is a sophomore. Senior Emily Jensen, number 12, is up front at forward. Carly Baumbusch on defense. Number 13 is also a senior. Reese Fisker, number 16, is a sophomore. She's going to play at midfield. Britt Murray, the other anchor on that back line. We've got a great back line, Nate. There's no question about it.
Probably one of the best back lines.
It is. You know, we're not hearing you at all. Let's try that again.
Probably one of the better back lines in City League.
It is. Maris Quillen, who's nursing an aching back still, we're told. Number 21, also in the back, and then Darling Simon up front. Rounds out your Grizzly lineup, and she is wearing number 22. You can hear the wind not only in Nate's microphone, but in mine as well. We apologize for the windsock noise. There's not a darn thing we can do about it, folks. It is what it is. And they're still introducing the players. While they're doing that, Nate, I will offer my congratulations to you as a dad. As your, we're going to pause for the national anthem, folks.
right, that's the national anthem, folks. We're getting ready for the kickoff of tonight's game between Washburn Rural and your Northwest Grizzlies. Grizzlies are in their road blue uniforms with yellow numerals and yellow trim. The Junior Blues in their home whites with blue numerals and blue trim. Grizzlies looks like they will play from right to left, which means that they play into the wind in the first half. And let's see how Nate's doing here. It can't be any worse than it was. Actually, the wind is a lot less there, I think. There's still plenty of it.
We MacGyvered it.
Yeah, we MacGyvered it. That's exactly what we were doing here, folks. MacGyver. The sun's back out, naturally.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be out for a while, too.
Yeah, it looks like. I'll be blinded by the light again. Wouldn't that be a great song title?
Man for man.
I mean to tell you. Nia Baker's going to be in goal for the Grizzlies. Kelly Lemke in goal for the Junior Blues. All in all, pretty nice facility. I have always enjoyed coming here, and I thank, again, Penny Lane for her hospitality if she doesn't get up here during halftime. And they're sounding the sound of the main event. I'll put a chair right there. I'll squeeze.
I'm just going to stand.
All right, we got the good photographer is up here now. That's Dylan. Of course, I said the same thing when Chris was up here, just so you know that.
Oh, I thought I was the good photographer.
I said that when you were over there,
yeah.
Yes. I play no favorites. I lie to everybody. And we are underway here. Ball quickly goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Washburn. Anna Rothfuss will do the honors for the Junior Blues. This one goes over the goal line. It will be a goal kick for the Grizzlies. An early goal kick just underway. And unlike the JV squad, we've survived the first minute in all likelihood. The ball will not, the wind is blowing the ball off of its mark. There we go. Ball headed by the white shirts, and fighting hard for it is Emily Jensen, 1-on-3. Avalar comes in to help, but Washburn gets away with it. And now April Lucio with it. Here come the Grizzlies trying to get something started. Emily on the far side, but the play is called back on an offside call, and it will be a free kick for Washburn. But a good sign. Good sign, Nate, that the Grizzlies are pressing on offense here early in the first half into the wind.
We'll have the wind in the second half if it stays the same.
Well, with our luck, it'll shift at halftime. This ball goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Washburn. And in it comes, and Grizzlies try to clear it back. I think they were looking for somebody for the center referee to make a foul call, but
Reese with the interception.
And up the near side she comes, giving chase over on the far side now is Elena Avalar, and she is going to watch it go out of play. It'll be a throw-in for the Grizzlies. They'll go deep. Britt Murray will handle the throw-in to Emily Jensen. Now Britt crosses one, but there's nobody home. Comes back out. Vaughnbush has it to April. And a little bunch ball going on for the moment, and finally it's shipped out of play by Carly Vaughnbush. It'll belong to the Junior Blues. 2 minutes gone, plus some change here in the first half. No score.
Glad you joined us wherever you are on planet Earth. Olivia Crawford sends one out of play. And here's a loose ball in the penalty area. Who's going to get to it? It's finally cleared out by Crawford. There's Avalar with it. Now she dishes it off to April. April tried to get it to a streaking Emily Jensen, but Emily couldn't catch up with it. And Lemke sends one out of play on the near side for a Grizzly throw-in. And if we're going to turn it right around and do it again in the opposite direction now. This one going deep. Lauren Vestring doing a nice job shielding the ball and getting it out. Reese can't keep up with it. Before all this started, I was about to say something to you, Nate, as a dad. So I'll do it now.
Okay.
I just wanted to congratulate you on behalf of your daughter Mallory and the other soccer players who are Emily Jensen, Maddie Driscoll, Reese Visker, and Carly Vaughnbush. I hope I got everybody. All of whom were inducted into the National Honor Society this past weekend.
Yep, that's right. On Sunday, that was awesome.
Congratulations to you as parents and to Mallory.
Hey, I do have one more. Parker Hoops was also.
I missed,
there.
but
Yep.
you're right.
Yep.
How could I forget that? I thought there were 6. I counted them on my fingers.
Yeah.
I only had 5, and I was sitting here thinking, who did I miss?
And I think we had Naeli Ortiz was also in that group, and she.
Oh, I did not know that.
Varsity, yeah.
I did not know that. Well, good for her.
I think she's been in it for a while.
Has she?
She's always been straight A's ever since middle school. So.
And the academics, of course, are important, but there are other considering factors besides academics for that.
Yeah, they have to do so many community service hours, and there's a lot of different things.
Maris Quillen just got called for a foul there. Yeah, and the community service is certainly important. No question about that. Now, what do they? They stopped play, and I do not know why.
I think the ball was moving again. But if they're going to stop it every time the ball's moving,
they might as well have somebody there holding it like
like a punter.
Mm-hmm. Like a kickoff. The kickoff tee in football.
Yeah.
Washburn will get another free kick here. In it goes, and punched out by Nia Baker. Goes right back over. We'll do it all over again. A nice interception by Lucio. Now they send one forward. Too far for Jensen unless she can get the wheels on. That's Avalar, rather. And she does, but she's going to tip it out of play, and it will belong to Washburn. Oh, they gave it to Northwest, and we'll just say thank you very much.
It looked like a deflection to me.
I think that was a gift, is what that was. Grizzlies have it. The nice thing about soccer is when referees do make the mistake in which direction a throw-in will go, there's a 99.9% chance that it will make no difference anyway.
Well, and it'll happen 5 more times
exactly.
on both sides.
And they even themselves out.
Yeah.
That's why I never worry too much about the which way is the ball going to come in type thing. Here's another throw-in coming for the Junior Blues with 7 minutes gone here in the first half. No score. This is an important game for seeding purposes. It's a non-league contest, but Bobby's looking to, get a home game in the first round of the playoffs, and record is what the determining factor is there. And we already know we have one more hard game after this one, as we have to entertain the good folks from Bishop Carroll on Tuesday. Tuesday being senior night, by the way. So make sure you get out there early and
help honor the seniors for their participation in the Grizzly program. Avalar tried to get it to Reese, unable to do so. She gets it back, though, and this time sends it too far for Reese, and it goes out of play. You throw in for Washburn. Emily Jensen steps in front of that one, sends it up to Reese. Ball goes out of play. It will belong to Washburn. And back in it comes. And folks, you can hear the wind noise, and we apologize for that. There's not a thing we can do about it. It is plenty windy.
Quillen with that interception and then the offsides.
Offside call, free kick for Northwest. The partisan crowd not entirely happy with that turn of events. April Lucio with it. And she's going to send it back. Lauren Vestring? No, it'll be Britt Murray that takes charge.
Lauren is directing traffic back there.
And she now has it. Sends it to April. Nice ball right to the foot. Albeit a bit strong. There's another strong one up there in the direction of Emily Jensen, but it's intercepted. Out to center it comes. Britt shielding off Britt Wollington. And the long one will go over there to Maris Quillen. Maris sends it forward. Baumbush looking for some help. And now Avalar in the center circle. She has Anna Rothfuss hanging all over her, and finally they lose it. And here comes Washburn back. Nice defensive play by Reese that time. And we have subs coming in.
We got number 2, Fitzgibbons, and number 18, Peterson, coming on.
Leg goes out, and also Mikulski is taking a seat for Washburn. And taking the throw will be Alex Ince. This one goes over the goal line. It will be a corner kick for the Junior Blues as everybody heads into the penalty area. Macy Decker is going to take this corner kick. For Washburn. Up in the air it goes. The wind's got it. A header, but it goes over the goal line for a goal kick for the Grizzlies. This portion of today's webcast is brought to you in part through the support of Smith Construction Company, supplying their customers with cost-effective, high-quality metal structures and outstanding services since 1967. Check them out at 942-7989. Smith Construction. Maris Quillen does a nice job of picking the pocket of her counterpart. Goes out of play. It will be a throw in for Washburn. And that one goes out of play again. We're going to do it all over again. Here's one into the center. A header goes over the goal line for a corner kick for the Junior Blues.
Number 6 with that attempt.
That'd be Megan Lucas. Macy Decker heading over again. She's obviously the designated corner kicker. You got enough room there, buddy?
Yeah.
the rooms we're in are very small. There's one in the air, and it goes over the goal line for a goal kick. These rooms are so small, in fact, that Dylan, running camera, is sitting right next to me, but Nate's in the next room. Literally in the next room. I can't even see him. So, there's his hand. There's a little window here, but that's it. That's all we ever get to see of each other. So, Grace Hutchinson coming in for Washburn. Crawford takes the goal kick for the Grizzlies. Into the wind. Vollenbush fighting for it. Still with it.
Offside.
And offside is called.
Number 15.
It'll be a free kick for Northwest. .26 to go, first half, no score. Grizzlies and the Junior Blues. That one landed right at the foot of the wrong person if you're a Junior Blues fan. Britt sends it up, intercepted. That was intended for Reese. And coming back down with it is Fitzgibbons. And Vestring is all over her, and it'll be a goal kick for the Grizzlies.
Number 14 coming in for Washburn.
Shelby Whitman coming for the Junior Blues, and Britt Wellington will head out. And they're obviously subbing a lot of players. Crawford does a nice job to get this one out to center. Emily Jensen there. Looking for help, sends it back. Crawford again. Wide on the far side to Maris. Quillen sends it forward. Ball being headed around and finally lands at the foot of Britt Murray. And Britt sends it over here to Lauren Vestring on the near side. And now Reese Fisker has some room. She sends a centering pass across. Nice job it was. Into the penalty area it goes. That's the first time that Kelly Lemke has touched the ball in this game.
See Emily fighting for that space right there to get past the defender.
Did a good job. Maris Quillen giving chase is going to lose the war, I'm afraid. But Vestring is there to help and does a great job. Lucio with it on the far side. Centering one intended for Reese. Intercepted instead by Mia Willingham. And here come the Junior Blues, and they're offside again. It'll be a free kick for Northwest.
Apparently a referee parent maybe on the sideline today.
Here come the Grizzlies back with it now. Emily with a chance. Ball loose in the corner.
2 in the box.
Ball goes out of play. It will belong to Northwest. A scoring opportunity perhaps for the Grizzlies. Their deepest penetration of the game, certainly for sure. And they called the foul, not a throw in, but a foul here. So it'll be a free kick.
See Dar on the goalkeeper there.
Yes, I did.
Good spot.
Like white on rice. Here we go. A chance. Oh, it's cleared out by the Junior Blues, and the hometown faithful like that play. And it was a good defensive play. Lucio with it. To Avalar. Avalar again. Over the goal line, deflected, and it will be a corner kick for the Grizzlies on the far side. They'll take this corner kick into the wind, and heading over there to handle the chore is Reese Fisker, number 16.
She'll have an in swinger with that left foot. Oh, nope, they're going short.
It went short because of the wind, I assume.
Yeah.
Lucio with it. She tried to center one, block. Now she gets one in the air. It's anybody's ball. Emily tried to get a header on it, couldn't. Ball still loose, and now it finally comes out. Couple of chances that time for the Grizzlies, and I know Bobby's got to like what he's seeing. Brent Murray sends one in. Lampke will have an easy pickoff, and she will
like a foul
send
call.
It back out. Looks like it was a foul called. I didn't see that.
I think there was a follow-through on that kick out.
Avalar will take the free kick. Not Avalar. Crawford is what I meant to say. And right to the goalkeeper, Lampke, unfortunately. And back out it comes. There's a long one. Vestring heads one. And that's going to go over the goal line. It will be a corner kick for the Junior Blues, but there wasn't really much else the Grizzlies could do on that. If you weren't here for the first game, I'll tell you in a minute. Here's the corner kick taken, bouncing around, header, and is that in? It is. That is a goal. I did not see who scored it, however. Mia Willingham gets the credit for the goal. She headed it in. Nia Baker got her hands on it, but not until it crossed the goal line. So it's over the goal line, entirely on the ground or in the air, and it was in the air. So it's a goal for the Junior Blues, and the Grizzlies trail 1-0 as Washburn draws first blood.
10 coming in.
Alex Entz comes back in now for Washburn. Rachel Bazell also in now for the Grizzlies. She replaced Darling Simon. And she'll play that forward spot on the right side. One of the things we didn't mention during the pregame due to lack of time or everything else that was going on, just so you know, Washburn is 10-1-1 this year. So, I mean, this is a good team. It's always a good team. This is a quality program that has produced yet another good team this year. So we knew this job was going to be tough today. And we are playing into the wind. Reese Fisker trying to get something going. He's going to kick it over the goal line. It'll be a goal kick for Washburn Rural. Grizzly Soccer on the Internet, being brought to you in part by ACM Removal Kansas, specializing in mold remediation and asbestos detection and removal services. With over 45 years of experience, we have the experience and expertise to provide full professional service done right the first time. ACM Removal Kansas is located at 8610 East 31st Street North, Suite number 2. Give them a call, 684-1800.
Looks like number 4, Macy Decker, just came on for Washburn.
Macy Decker, their corner kicker, is back in the game. Out to center, Emily Jensen trying to get in there and wreak some havoc. Maris Quillen, a nice pass to April Lucio. Back to Bazell on the far side. Maris sends it forward to Emily, right in front of the bench over there. It'll be a throw in. She does it quickly to April. Lucio with two people on her, trying to get it back to Emily. It's intercepted and sent back into Grizzly territory. Maris Quillen will throw it in as the ball goes out of play on the far side. Now she's going to hand it off to Olivia Crawford. Emily watches it go off her leg, and it will be a throw in for the Junior Blues. 18 to go here in the first half. Grizzlies down 1-0.
interception in the back. Murray again up the middle. She does a full turn. Finds Vestering.
Yeah, she's doing a dance out there. And here's an opportunity now for Washburn. On the far side is Decker. She centers one. Maris Quillen intercepts it. Nice job. Rachel Bazell brings it up on the far side. Throw in comes in. Bazell. And watch, they both watch it go out of play into the Grizzly bench. Maris throws it in. April sends it forward. Jensen and Avalar out there working hard. Britt Murray taking no prisoners here. Let her bring it up the field.
It's a foot race.
To Emily. Back to, that was intended for Reese, I believe. It was. Reese will throw it in. And Emily got away with one. And the Junior Blues tap it out of play. It'll be a throw in for... Yeah, I thought it was our ball. It'll be a Northwest throw in.
Lucio making a good run.
Couldn't quite get to it, but we'll get another chance here as Emily's going to throw this one in.
Corner kick.
It will be a corner kick for the Grizzlies into the wind. And on this side of the field, it'll be April taking it.
See Quillen stepping all the way up into the far side.
She's going to be hard-pressed to do that with this wind. Look at the wind blowing the ball around down there.
Just tee it up.
Yeah, I'm not sure that would help. Into the air it goes. There's a chance. It's loose. Reese Visker got a shot off, but it went wide right, and it will be a goal kick for the Junior Blues. Wow. Britt Willington comes in for Washburn, and Curly Legg also returns for the Junior Blues. 15 to go here in the first half. Lemke sends it forward. Intercepted by Maris. She'll send it back to Emily. Jensen with it. Has two people on her. One of them gets it. But there's Britt Murray to steal the ball back. Now Murray has to give chase as Decker has it. Decker sending one forward. Maris Quillen intercepts. Visker, nice job. Give and go back to Visker. She sends it all the way through to Emily. Emily wide to April Lucio. Build up in progress. Bazell now. Centering one. Emily got a foot on it but couldn't control it. I think that was intended actually for Avalar. And Vestring in a foot race. They watch the wind take the ball right out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Grizzlies. Wichita Grizzlies soccer on the internet being brought to you in part tonight by the Best Western Wichita Hotel North, 53rd Street and I-135 near Park City, providing free internet access. Their superior customer service will ensure that they meet all your needs and go beyond all your expectations. Have a group gathering or meeting coming up? Give them a call. 832-9387, the Best Western Wichita Hotel North. And a miscommunication on the part of the Grizzlies ends up with the ball going out of bounds. Decker is going to take the free kick as a foul was called. And it goes over everything. It'll be a goal kick for
the Grizzlies.
Looks like Darlene Simon coming back on.
I would expect Rachel Bazell will go out, and my expectations are confirmed.
The wind's really died down a little bit. It's gotten sunny.
The wind has been up and down. I know right now one of the flags isn't even moving.
And now it looks like the clouds are building up to our south more.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
I don't know. The line has been moving a lot more north than it has been moving east, but I figure we'll have it here in the next hour or so.
Well, hopefully we'll be done by then.
Might be a fun ride home.
It could be an interesting ride home. And you know what? I'm in no hurry to get home. So he can drive 30 miles an hour if the conditions persist. Mallory Lund comes in, somebody familiar to you, Nate.
Yeah.
And she will take the place of Reese Visker as the two NHS inductees trade places. Emily Jensen splits two defenders, sends one across. Nice job. Darling Simon couldn't catch up with it. Now Maris Quillen giving chase over there. She gets it. Sends one forward to Lucio. April to Emily. Emily trying to get around the defenders. Trying to center it. It goes out of play.
That'll be a corner.
Deflected off the defender for a corner kick. Pardon me. And April Lucio now heading to the other side. I thought Reese was over there the first time.
She was, but I think she went off.
Oh, that's...
Mallory replaced her.
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
Britt is on the far side now, come up from defense.
Here's a chance. Emily gets a chest on it. Can't control it. Darling Simon. Back over to Lucio. Lucio sends one toward the goal, but it hits the side of the goal, and it will be a goal kick for Washburn. Well, Nate Lund, we're sure getting our chances here.
Yeah, we've had it down this side of the field for a little while.
Given the fact that we are into the wind. Now, the wind needs to pick up, get real strong again, maybe 15 minutes from now.
You said that it would probably go the other way, though. In the second
well, yeah, probably shift, yeah. I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
Avalar called for a foul.
Surely not.
It was a slight
not our Elena Avalar.
No, it was Olivia. I'm sorry.
Olivia Crawford. Hey,
yeah.
See, you made the same mistake I did. I don't feel so bad now. A lot of names to remember out there, people.
Fairly close in stature.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes that's how I recognize them. It's not by their number. It's either by their stature or their hairdo. This one goes over the goal line for a goal kick. Grizzly Soccer on the Internet is being brought to you in part tonight by the Goal for Goal Soccer Camps, the most complete youth soccer camps offered in Wichita, with sites at both Cape and Mount Carmel and Wichita Northwest each summer. It's not too early to explore a camp for your child this summer. Check them out at goalforgoal.com today. Goal for Goal Soccer Camps, proud sponsor of Grizzly Soccer.
Simon doing a good job of coming back and helping out the defense.
And that's what it takes. You got to have team defense to beat a team like this.
And Britt will win that race every time.
She won the race but lost the war as the white shirts got the ball. Inside 9 to go now, first half. That one goes off Mallory, and we'll do it all over again. 5 yards closer.
Bestering with a nice cleanup.
That was nice. And then she got it back again after her first pass went errant. Puts one up in the air. The infield fly rule got called. And a foul called on the Grizzlies. And Elena gets tacked on again. It'll be a free kick here for Decker.
She sends one in. Nobody there. Wow, there was nobody there but white shirts. 3 white shirts in front of everybody.
I think they should have been expecting it quicker. They were still setting it up.
They were. As it turns out, Nia Baker was ready for the task.
Quillen with a good tackle.
Here's another opportunity for
Crawford cleaning up. Lucio gets it out wide.
Here's an opportunity for Decker, but no. Baker's there. And she'll send it out. And we're sending it out to white shirts. And we don't want to be doing that, people. This one's going to go out of play. It will belong to Northwest. Bestring will throw it in with 7 minutes to go.
Handball.
On the handball foul, it will belong to the Junior Blues on the Grizzlies side of midfield. Now everybody's scattering, and here's a header chance, and Nia Baker comes up big. The play was to get a slop header going, and Nia Baker up to the task. Now she sends one out towards center. Lund with it. Mallory trying to leave it for Britt. Britt wasn't in the neighborhood yet. That one tapped out of play also. It'll be another throw in for Washburn.
Parker Hoops is getting ready to go.
This one goes out of play. It will be a throw in just on this side of the flag. Into the penalty area and knocked out of play again. We'll do it all over again, 15 yards further away. This one comes out. Elena has it. She brings it up the near side.
I like seeing Elena on the side. I like seeing her play on the wide position. She's quick and good on the ball on one-on-ones.
Throw in coming for the Grizzlies after Parker Hoops comes in. She'll replace April Lucio. Emily Jensen gets by 2.
That's a corner.
Actually got, yeah.
Oh, that, well, okay.
They made that a goal kick. That came off Emily's foot. She actually got the shot off, in spite of the fact she was triple teamed. And one of the 3 girls was holding her.
She got around 2 of them at least.
Yeah. So Washburn will get the goal kick here. Nate, if we can keep this to a 1-goal game at halftime, I think we've won the half.
Yeah,
high kick
sure.
on the part of Parker Hoops there. Nice job by Maris. Nice job by Britt. Maris again.
That'll go right back to Nia.
You know, if Maris ever changes her hairstyle, I'm sunk. That is my identifier for her, is her hairdo.
Well, I've always said if Maris is going to play any other sport besides soccer, it would be hockey. She's a bruiser.
She is. She's tough. Ooh, an opportunity there for Washburn almost came together. Decker again. Decker has it poked away by Lund. Elena has it. Double team. She's fouled. It'll be a free kick for Northwest. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go. First half. 1-0 Washburn.
Stay with us at halftime. We're going to have an interview with two of our team captains for this year. You won't want to miss that. And we have an offside on the part of the Grizzlies. It'll be a free kick for Washburn. And also at halftime, you want to stick around. We had a special ceremony held on the bus on the way up that we're going to share with you as well. All that coming up during our halftime extravaganza.
Dari doing some work over there.
Throw in coming from Washburn with 2 minutes to go.
I think number 7 coming in.
Irene De La Rosa comes in for the Grizzlies. Fitzgibbons, Willingham, and who was the third one?
Didn't see the number.
I missed the third one. Doesn't matter. They're out there. This one stays in, at least for the moment. Now it goes out of play. It will belong to Northwest. Somebody made a mistake over there. Miss Rothfuss. Britt has it bounce over her head. Here comes Washburn, 2-on-3. On the near side, and it's tapped out. Nice play that time by Lauren Vestring to eliminate all doubt.
She made that up. She was behind a little bit on that one and made it up in her speed. Well done.
She did indeed. Back in the Grizzly territory. Here's a chance. Passing shot, and it just went wide. I don't know if she was trying to pass that or shoot it, and I'm not sure she knew either. And I kind of got the impression she did a little of both.
She might have been thinking about the wind, too.
Yeah, might have.
About 20 seconds left in the half.
Crawford to take the goal kick here. And Washburn gets it again. 10 seconds to go. Out of play, that'll probably do it. And it does. We're at halftime, folks. The halftime score, Washburn 1 and the Grizzlies nothing. Stay with us for our halftime extravaganza following immediately after these words. Stay with us. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies girls soccer.
And welcome to halftime here in Topeka, Kansas. And I'm joined in what is obviously a pre-recorded interview, since these are team members, by two of our senior captains, Maddie Driscoll to my left and Emily Jensen to my right. Emily, we'll start with you.
Okay.
You've had one heck of a good run this year. You are obviously the most offensive person on this team on the field. What kind of feeling do you get knowing that they're depending on you to score?
It's kind of stressful kind of at the same time, but I don't know. I just know that I have to step up and lead the team, and that's my role. So.
And what about your role as captain? What does that entail for you?
That I have to help this team succeed and win games, and just keep pushing through all the hard times and keep them motivated to come out again every day.
Maddie Driscoll, also a senior captain, and you've had a tough go of it this year because this is the first time we have gotten a chance to even see you either on or off the field because of your ongoing injury. So tell us a little bit, first of all, how's the injury coming along?
I think it's coming along pretty good. I mean, I got another surgery just to clean it all up, and it's really helping me out, and I think that it's going to get me back on the field soon. I mean, at least for college.
my understanding is because you just had a recent surgery, a little scope job, clean out type surgery. You're done for the year as far as playing here.
Yes, that's about an 8-week recovery time, so that'll be out for the year, which I'm sad about. But at least I'm still on the sideline. I'm still being a captain and helping out the team as best I can.
I know that no one is more vocal on the bench than you are. Everybody hears you cheering them on and shouting instructions and doing what a captain would do during a game.
Yeah, I think that's about as much as I can do, and I just want to help out the team as best as I can without being able to play.
And I knew you'd have an advantage over April and Emily in that they're both on the field and they're kind of busy, so it's harder for them to say something to someone clear across the field than it is for you because you have a full vision of the field.
Yeah, I like having that, and that's why I like playing defense. So that's why I like to help the defense out because Emily and April are more worried about the offense, and I feel like I can help, telling the defense what they need to do to improve on their game.
What's the future hold for you for next year?
Heading up to Missouri Western to hopefully play my freshman year.
Are you on scholarship with them for next year?
Yeah.
Best of luck to you. What are you planning on majoring in?
Physical therapy.
Right up your alley. The way things have been going lately, that's almost kind of an oxymoron. How about Emily? What's your plan for next year?
I plan to go to UMKC to play soccer too.
Well, I may have to make a Missouri trip and come up and see both of you. And would any chance you play each other?
I don't think so, but yeah.
Doesn't work out on the schedule? Okay, well, we wish you the best of luck. And I also want to take a moment to publicly congratulate each of you on your recent induction into the National Honor Society. That's a great honor.
Thank you very much.
And same to you, Maddie. Great, good, well done.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we're going to send it back to the field here after a quick timeout for the second half of tonight's game against Washburn Rural. Stay with us. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies girls soccer.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rachel. Happy birthday to you.
Birthday girl, stand up, please.
You're on
the video. There you go.
Happy birthday, ladies.
Thank you.
Back at Washburn Rural with Dylan Kamenecki, Nate Lund, I'm Kevin Arkin. We are at halftime. Grizzlies trail 1-0 in pardon me, in what has been a very well played first half by both teams, but especially by the Grizzlies. They had the gale force wind in their face the entire first half and limited Washburn to one slop goal. And it is what it is. They all count. But it was certainly not a barrage of goals like you might expect with the wind aid like we have here tonight. So hopefully the Grizzlies can turn this around in the second half and make some noise of their own with the wind here in the second half. And we want to wish our birthday girls, Rachel and Carly, again, a very happy birthday. You can see that the girls were having some fun on the bus on the way up here, dealing with the birthday. What I didn't show you was the food on the training table on the bus for the birthdays. The cookies and cupcakes that were being passed around on the bus by the kids to celebrate the birthday. And maybe it's not on their strength training table, but it certainly sure helps promote the camaraderie and build chemistry, and it's all good stuff. So my hat's off to them all. Not much to say about the first half that we haven't already said. Just the one goal scored by Willingham, and she just happened to be in the right place to get the header as the ball was being slapped around the goal area in front of Nia Baker. Nia Baker looked very good in the first half, made a couple of great saves, keep us in the game. Quite honestly, Kelly Lemke was not challenged in the first half. You can't hear Dylan because he's not wearing a headset, but he's just asking me about Amber Knight's goal, and the question was, did we get it? Yeah. He says he got it. Okay, I was not looking at the monitor when I was looking at the play, but he says he got it, and if he got it, we've got it. And if you just joined us late, so you know what we're talking about. The JV team lost 5-1 in the first game. The goal for the Grizzlies was scored by goalkeeper Amber Knight from inside her own penalty area. She punted the ball out. It landed in the center circle, bounced twice, and the second bounce took it over goalkeeper Sharon Gambuni's head, and it landed in the goal on a fly. That turned out to be the only goal that was scored by the Grizzlies in that first half. But it was indeed a highlight reel goal, and I'm hoping that in our podcast we're able to retrieve that and save it. Because if we can't save it, I'm going to give her a copy of it.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It was awesome. So
I think I've only seen that maybe 2 or 3 times, and maybe once or twice in real life, and I've only seen it once in Premier League. So, yeah, that was fun to watch.
This is kind of interesting that the way we're set up here, and you can't see it, but I mentioned earlier, Nate and I are literally in different rooms. Now, Dylan's going to do something with this. Okay, here we are. I'm in the same room as Dylan with the camera. Okay, Nate over here is in a room. His wife is over here. Okay, so the two of them are over here, and he and I are, of course, we're talking during the game, and neither one of us can see each other, and that really is not the way you want to do it. Because
let's knock on the wall.
There's no signal of any kind. You know, quite honestly, the most common signal between two guys in the booth is tapping the shin, tapping the thigh.
Okay.
You know, but you can't do that from over there.
No. She keeps tapping my thigh.
I don't want to go there. Love birds. The Junior Blues are taking the field again here, getting ready for the second half, and the clock has already been set, so we're light one spot here. We owe you a spot. We'll get it to you after the second half starts. Actually, the Grizzlies haven't even started yet. Let's take it right now, real quick. We'll take it. We'll be back. This is Wichita Grizzly Northwest Grizzlies girls soccer.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
Back at Washburn Rural, we have just kicked off the second half. You've missed nothing. Grizzlies be playing left to right now in the second half, and they will have the wind at their back here in the second half. On the far side, Reese Fisker shields the ball and now goes for it, sends one forward in the direction of Elena Avalar. Are you done over there, Mr. Nate?
I think that's the only change I see on the field right now.
Say that again.
Fisker.
We didn't have you mic'd on.
I think the only change I see from the first half, how we ended up, is Fisker is back on for Lund.
It would appear that, that is correct, and it looks like, as we're going to have a goal kick here, it looks like basically you got the starting lineup back out there.
Yeah.
So for your Grizzlies, from back to front, you've got Nia Baker in goal. You've got Crawford and Vestring and Murray and Maris Quillen on the back. You've got midfielders of April and Elena Avalar. You've got Darling Simon up front, Emily Jensen up front, and I think I got everybody. Oh, I missed Carly Baumbush at midfield.
And she's on the ball.
And that's why the only reason why I remembered is I saw her with the ball. We have an offside call. It'll belong to Northwest. Just underway here, second half. Grizzlies trail 1-0. In a game that is certainly manageable and a score that is certainly manageable, to be down only one goal after 40 minutes of that wind is a monumental achievement. Avalar with it at midfield. Sends one across to Simon. Darling hadn't been heard much from her. She sends one back to April. April with a shot blocked by Decker on defense. Now goes over to Emily. Emily looking for some help. Sends it wide and into the penalty area where Lemke will get it. But a nice offensive thrust by the Grizzlies, and the Grizzly fans in attendance show their appreciation with some applause.
Where's the wind? Did it just go away?
The wind has quit. The flags aren't moving. It has literally stopped blowing.
Did you jinx us?
I must have. Now, that's what I get. I told you the story of the game where the wind, coach took the wind in decided to defer and take the wind in the second half, and the wind shifted at halftime.
So they had the whole
They had to play
game.
the wind into the wind the whole game.
That's the worst.
Cold front came through. Washburn will throw it. Will have a free kick after the foul. They're just about at midfield on the far side. Dylan Kamenecki getting some great camera shots here. Into the corner, Vestring sends it forward. Britt tips it out of bounds. It'll belong to Washburn, and a bad throw. They finally called one. I've seen a half a dozen. Gives the ball back to the Grizzlies. Vestring sends one out to center.
Emily's kind of out there on an island right now.
She's kind of out there in no man's land by herself.
Quillen with a nice clearance.
Simon to Quillen. This is nice. This is nice. Now up to Emily, too far. Darling will get it back, and she'll center one. 50-50 balls abound, and Darling gets it back. Quillen sends it give and go back to Darling Simon.
Darling a little optimistic, trying to get the throw in.
Yeah, I agree. April almost got a chance to sneak one home.
Got a little bit of it.
She sends
Dari's
one to
nice
Darling. What a nice ball. Oh, too far, though. Overlet her just a tad. Darling couldn't get to it. And it's a throw in for Washburn.
I think if the turf was wet, it would have probably been perfect.
Yeah, you're probably right. And speaking of wet, there is rain in the distance, folks. We can see it.
Hopefully it's more than 36 minutes away.
And hopefully this is not the calm before the storm. Vestring looking for some help.
Well done.
Sends it forward. Nice job indeed.
Fallenbush over to Vestring again. Ooh, crash and burn that time. Back it comes. Crawford giving chase over there, and she'll tap it out of play and give the defense a chance to reset.
Is hurting.
Say again, please.
Vestring is down. She's hurt. She pretty much got run into on that.
She is indeed down.
She's back up. She's pretty strong.
She's tough. She's not coming out unless she has to. So yeah, they did stop the clock, but
she is going to go off. It looks like
she is coming out, and coming in to take her place is that is Emmy Pardon me.
Yep.
Pardon me, Emmy Rodriguez. Yeah, one of the nice things about having him in the next room is I can use my cough switch. We have a collision in the penalty area.
Looked like she won the ball, and the other girl was right behind her. So it was a good tackle.
No call, and a good no call.
Absolutely.
Unless, of course, you're one of the 150 referees who were in the stands below us. Maris Quillen will throw it in. Couldn't get it to Darling, but there to get it is Crawford. Crawford sends it into the other end of the field. Avalar, nice job. Trying to get it to Lucio, unable to do it, but over there to get it is Reese. On the far side now is April. And the ball is going to be tipped out of play. It belongs to Washburn. And is it my imagination, or has it just gotten 5 degrees colder?
Yeah, it's getting dark, too.
It is getting dark.
The lights are going to be kicking on here pretty quick.
Emily Jensen can't control it.
And that'll go all the way back to the box.
That will go all the way back to the box. Here's a header that's going to go out of play, I'll bet you. I'll bet you. Don't make me look bad. That's okay.
Quillen is on the case.
Maris is all over it. Like white on rice, goes out of play. It will be a goal kick for Nia. Wichita Grizzlies soccer on the internet, being brought to you in part tonight by Insight Real Estate Group, experts in the sale of commercial real estate properties. Insight Real Estate Group cuts through the commercial clutter to bring attentive, skilled service to clients seeking broker-developer relationships that are both strategic and personal. Contact Insight Real Estate Group at 618-1100 or check them out at insiter.com today.
Murray with the interception to Visker. Lucio.
Trying to get it to Elena Avalar, unable to do so. Now they're going to call a foul, and it'll be a free kick for Northwest.
I think she healed her.
That'll be from about 25 yards out. And once again, the 150 referees in the stands are heard from.
I thought we were in Derby for a minute.
Now, don't start something with Derby. There are nice people in Derby. There are nice people here.
Yes.
The people here have been very, very hospitable to us today.
Beautiful campus.
It is. And I love coming here. It's been 2 years since I've been here, and I just love coming back.
I love seeing the kids. Earlier we had kids over here practicing soccer.
Look at the wind blowing the ball again. All right, who's going to hold it? That's exactly what I expected.
Is it a handball? Oh, no.
No, it's a foot. She's got her foot on it. It's okay. Lucio, a shot goes wide left. It'll be a goal kick after all that. Goal kick for Washburn. I take that back. Corner kick, Rachel Bazell comes back in for the Grizzlies here before the corner kick.
And Vestring is back on.
And Lauren Vestring is back in. So good to see she's okay. April Lucio to take this one as she keeps it on the ground. Jensen back to Lucio. There's a shot, and it goes wide, and it wasn't even on goal, but it's going to go out of bounds and be a throw-in for Washburn. Maris Quillen gets there, gets a piece of it. Darling throws it in into a sea of white shirts, unfortunately. Nia Baker will come out and punch it forward. And it does a nice job getting it on the far side over there to Reese Fisker. Fisker with it. One person to beat. And back it comes down to our end of the field. This one will be a goal kick because it's going to roll over the goal line. And with 30 minutes to go here in the second half, we will have a goal kick for the Grizzlies. I lost part of my personality here.
Well done.
Decker with it for Washburn.
Baker with a good save.
Baker makes the save and doesn't give up a rebound. Nice job of controlling the ball on the part of Nia. Darling intercepts a pass. Baumbush got a piece of that one. And it goes all the way back now to Nia again. She'll have yet another goalkeeper distribution. The wind is helping her this time.
Yep, there's the wind again, finally.
Yeah, I can hear it in the mics. And we know you're hearing it at home as well. We apologize, folks, but not much we can do about that.
Oh, Lucio's got this one. Nice.
Nice job getting it to Emily. Emily with some room.
Got lots of support up top.
Sends one forward in the direction of Bazell. Darling Simon gets a shot off. It's going to be wide right and be a goal kick for Washburn. This portion of today's webcast is brought to you in part through the support of Cartridge Express at 7447 West 21st Street North. Bring in your used cartridges for trade-in and get an extra 10% off our already low prices. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday and 9 to 1 on Saturday. Cartridge Express.
Number 7, Grace Hutchinson just came in for Washburn.
The senior forward now in the game for the Junior Blues. And up the near side, Fitzgibbons goes over the goal line. It will be a corner kick for Washburn. This will be into the wind this time. Not as dangerous, but any corner kick is dangerous. Decker will take it. And trying to get ahead on it, unable to do so. Loose ball in the penalty area. And it's going to go right to Nia Baker, and she'll pick it up for a goalkeeper distribution. Nice job by the Grizzlies that time on defense. Bestring comes forward. Britt back to Emily Jensen. Emily unable to keep it. And now Crawford sends one to the near side. That's going to go out of play and be a throw-in for Washburn. 26.5 to go in the second half. Grizzlies down by 1. It's been 1-0 for a long time, Nate.
Yep. Getting some raindrops here on the windows.
I see that. We're going to be in a world of hurt if we have to close the windows.
It's going to get hot in here pretty quick.
Well, and we're going to have no picture. The picture will be awful if we're shooting it through rain. And we have a foul called against Northwest. A free kick coming for Washburn. Kick is in the air. The wind gets to it. And we have an offside call, so it'll belong to Northwest. So far, we have dodged the raindrops, although I can see through the window between me and the next booth that Nate is looking for radar. We'll get a weather update here shortly. It has gotten cooler. There's no question about that.
Yeah, it's getting dark.
The lights are on here at Washburn Rural. Crawford to Britt. Britt one touches it forward to April. April tried to blast one through, and somebody felt that one, I can guarantee it. Here comes the throw in for the Junior Blues. Vestring does a nice job shielding the ball. April has it, unable to clear it, however. Into the penalty area, there's trouble, and a shot blocked by Maris.
Well, and that was awesome. Well done.
And Rachel Bazell has it for the Grizzlies. Goes all the way through to Lemke. Lemke will pick it up when Emily Jensen heads in her direction. Some exciting and good play here in this nightcap. Again, the JV team lost 5-1. And checking the all-important radar, the line of storms that would have passed over us looks like they split and missed us.
It's literally over the top of us, and it's going to the north of us and maybe to the south.
Yeah, we're not going to get wet.
That's awesome. Well, we're not going to get wet anyway.
Yeah. Well, that's true. We're not getting wet in any case since we're in the press box. Macy Decker comes back in now for Washburn. Loose ball in the penalty area gets headed out of play for a goal kick for Northwest. Grizzly Soccer on the Internet, being brought to you in part by Johnson General Stores of Wichita. West Side locations at 5400 North Meridian or 1009 South Seneca. Your choice for quality fuels for your car and for yourself as well. All at low prices and where smiles are free, Johnson's General Stores. A long ball, Nia Baker will have no problem corralling that one. She'll bring it up to the top of the penalty area for a distribution. And she sends in a long one right to the foot of Emily Jensen. And Emily sends a nice ball over there to Reese. Reese a long blast and a nice save that time by Lemke. Good play all the way around on that play.
Looks like Emmy Rodriguez is lined up on the sideline getting ready to come in.
Maris loses it temporarily. This one coming back. Vestring puts it up in the air, and this one goes out of play. It'll be a throw in for Washburn. In it comes, and Darling Simon couldn't control it. It goes out of play again. Nice job by Maris to win that ball. Sends it to Olivia Crawford, who sends it up to Rachel Bazell. Rachel, the birthday girl, with it. Sends one across. April gets a beat on it. Now it heads over in the direction of Reese Fisker. Reese with it. Tried to get it to Emily, unable to do so. She's got it back now. Emily going over there to help, and now Emily has it. And a foul called on Emily. It will be a free kick for Washburn, and that's too bad.
Yeah, that was a good run.
That was a good run.
I think in her turning to go back to the goal, I think she kind of a little chicken wing in the back.
I won't argue with that one bit. Now we have a throw in coming for the Grizzlies. They're going to sub in a couple players. Emmy Rodriguez is coming back in.
That Elena Avalar.
And Elena Avalar will return. Elena's coming in for Darling Simon. Who did Emmy come in for? I didn't see who went out. Did Reese go out?
Yeah, Bisker and Simon.
Now we know. April sends a long one, trying the, I think she was going for the Amber Knight play.
She needed a little more wind on that one.
Yeah, a little more loft. 20 minutes to go here in the second half. Fourth quarter time. We're down by 1. Certainly in this game. We've been in this game the whole game. April to Britt. Out of play. A throw in for the Grizzlies. Too far for Emily. Throw in for, they gave it to Washburn.
Vestring is on that one.
Lauren sends one forward into midfield in the general direction of Avalar,
who was coming back from an offside position, so it's a good thing she didn't touch it.
And we have a free kick for the Grizzlies.
Just go to the whistle. That's what I've always heard.
Yep. Well, he did say, wait for the whistle. He wanted to get himself into position. That was mainly for himself. And you can hear the wind picking up again. Avalar with someone literally draped on her back.
Yeah, a little pull.
Just a little. Britt going forward. Couldn't get the shot off. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in.
Quickly. It's awesome.
Emily goes down hard, and we have...
out of bounds.
Oh, I thought they might call a foul. They did not. Alex Entz, Kendall Mikulski, number 12, and Britt Willington all back in for the Junior Blues. April with it, sending one in the direction of Bazell. I think Rachel needs to get a goal for her birthday. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm all over that.
She's got the speed.
Absolutely. We have a throw in literally from the corner. I mean, that's 1 foot in front of the end line. Throw in. Now, what are they calling? They're calling a handball. So that will negate the throw in and give the ball to Washburn on a free kick. 17 to go here in the second half. Grizzlies down by 1. Baumbush gets a head on it, gets it back now, and gets a foot on it. So she got 3 touches on one play. That's not bad. Now she's got it again to April. April Lucio on the near side, Damaris. Yeah. Crawford sends one forward. April again.
Yeah, she had double teamed right there.
Yep, she was, and she got fouled, so we'll get a free kick out of it. Avalar will take this. Olivia, like I said, Olivia will take this. What's the matter with me? I think I'm tired. I think that's the problem here. I'm tired. Either that or I'm old. It's one or the other. In any case, you guys know who I'm in. I was just testing to see if you were paying attention. Maris puts one in the air. This is going to go out of play. It'll be a throw in for Washburn. They'll substitute a couple of kids in.
19 and 6 coming in.
Megan Lucas and Carolee Legg, both coming in for Washburn. 15 to go here in the second.
Vestering cleaning up again.
She's been doing that the whole game.
The whole season.
Amen to that. She has been nothing but solid back there on defense.
Freshman.
Unbelievable. She's going to be a big asset for the next 4 years.
Oh, absolutely.
Here's April Lucio sending one forward. Too far for Emily. But Emily gets a break and it lands on her foot anyway. Carly to April. To Emily. Emily can't get it going forward. Olivia out of bounds. Yes, it's out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Washburn. Going in deep with it is Wellington. Wellington has defense. Crawford all over her, and then out of play it goes. It'll be a goal kick for Northwest, and we caught ourselves a bit of a break there. Grizzly Soccer on the Internet being brought to you in part by Lee's Roofing, 611 North Emporia, where their motto is experience counts. When you choose Lee's Roofing, you get roofing repairs and installation performed by roofing professionals with 5 decades of experience and with a 5-year warranty. Call Lee's Roofing at 942-6000.
Struggling to have any possession in this half.
I don't understand why that is. We've got the wind. Well, it may have something to do with the opponent.
Soccer is a fickle game sometimes. Hopefully we do a little better job of marking in the box.
We're about to find out. This one goes all the way back to Nia Baker. And she'll have a goalkeeper distribution. Sends it out in the direction of Emily. I don't know how they didn't call that. But they didn't, and Britt Murray gives chase. It will belong to the Grizzlies.
Well, there'll be lots more of that to come, I'm sure.
This one should belong to the Grizzlies as well. This time Emily's going to throw it in. Britt sees it goes under her foot. Emmy Rodriguez gets a chance to punch one forward. Now one back in, Crawford will send it all the way back to Nia Baker. Baker, gosh, she ripped one.
Good pass back.
That was. She picked up 70 yards in a hurry that time. On the near side, Rachel Bazell to Lucio. Now it's to Lucio. Look for a centering pass. She gets by her defender. Gets by another. Is she going to shoot it? No, she tried to pass it. Grizzlies did everything except get a shot on goal that time. Carly Vaughnbush gets one bouncing off of her. And Rachel again on the near side. Sees it go out of play. It'll be a throw in for Washburn. Crawford sends one up to Emmy Rodriguez. Emmy chips one in the direction of Britt. Britt will bring it up. Can't get a centering pass off, though. Is this going to be a corner? It is not. I would have sworn that would have been a corner. It's a goal kick instead.
Parker Hoops is coming in.
Parker comes in, and Avalar goes out. Up the middle it comes. Nice header back there by Parker. Let us know she's there. Washburn sends one deep. It's going to be picked up by Nia Baker. That'll be easy. And as we approach 10 minutes remaining, Nia Baker will send it forward. Emily Jensen can't catch up with it.
She's got a lot of space.
Emmy sends it forward. Unable to keep control over it. It will belong to the... Who subbed in?
Mallory Lund.
Mallory Lund is in for Rachel Bazell. April with it now, sending it forward in the direction of Lund. But it comes back, and Emmy Rodriguez will give chase and chip it out of bounds. And now the Blues will send somebody in. Bryn Fitzgibbons, number 2, and Lauren Peterson, number 18, both in now for Washburn.
Murray's been playing left mid most of this half, and she's been getting a lot of touches up the left side.
That needs to continue.
Yes.
Time not a factor, still down by the 1 goal. We really have not had any good chances to speak of.
Vestering again. Really good job. Well done on the defense, and got a goal kick out of it.
Goal kick for the Grizzlies with 8 minutes to go. Out it comes to center.
Murray with the speed. Rodriguez.
A lot of one-touching, not going anywhere. Nice play by Parker that time to chip it up to Lucio. Lucio is going to be guilty of a pushing foul, and it will belong to Washburn.
And there goes the referees again in the stands.
Yeah. They got what they wanted. They got the foul. I don't know what else. There's a long one. Deflected to Nia Baker off the chest of Carly Batchelor. And it will belong to whoever gets this rascal. This is going to come all the way back to Lemke. Emily Jensen forces the pickup. Dylan, if you can, get a shot of that cloud bank in front of us. This is the weather we're looking at coming in. I don't know if you can see it or not. We have a low-hanging cloud bank that has been developing over the last 30 minutes. No rain out of it yet, but...
This one on the kind of in the middle right there is like a little shuff cloud.
Yeah? It's that time of year in Kansas.
Absolutely.
Emily Jensen with it. Could she make something happen here? April. This one's going to go out of play. It will belong to Northwest. Maris Quillen will throw it in. And she'll give it off to Olivia Crawford instead.
Avalar.
Elena Avalar comes back in as Mallory Lund checks out.
Looks like they're trying to switch it. I see Emmy Rodriguez is wide open on the left side.
I see that over there. They need to get it over to her.
Nobody over there.
They're kind of ignoring her. She's in her own zip code.
Yeah.
Maris does a nice job there, sending it forward. Again, there's nobody there but white shirts, but Crawford. Nobody sees Emmy. I don't understand that. But she has been over there alone. Now Washburn sends one deep into Grizzly territory. Lauren Vestring, another nice job of containing the offense. And Nia Baker, a nice job on the crossing pass. Less than 5 to go now. Grizzlies need to make a move here. It's time for a goal, folks. On the near side. Here we go. April to Emily. Emily with 2 people to beat, though. Back to April. And the ball is tipped out of play. It will belong to the Grizzlies. Northwest has something going here.
See Von Bush pushing up.
Here's an opportunity. The ball's going to go out of play. That should be a corner kick. It is. A corner kick for the Grizzlies. April will take it. They will have the wind at their back, and the wind is blowing hard again. April with it. Into the air it goes. Bouncing around and checked out. Maris Clowen puts it over everything. And it will be a goal kick for Washburn and a good chance going by the boards here.
It was a good series.
Some interesting weather. Thank you, Dylan, for the cloud shots. We do it all here in the webcast booth. He's going to win a Peabody for that. Throw in coming from the Junior Blues as we approach 3 minutes to go now. Now they're going to sub a player out. Alex Entz leaves the game. Ball's in. Olivia Crawford giving chase. And over the goal line for a goal kick. All right, folks, it's time. It's go time. Let's get it done. 2:30 to go. Irene De La Rosa comes back in for Northwest. She'll replace Carly Baumbush. Carly had a nice game while she was in there. She did well. Out to center. And here's a chance for Washburn.
Vestring is right on her man.
Crossing shot.
Well done, Vestring.
Lauren Vestring saved it right there, folks.
She did. That'll be a goal kick. Well done.
That will be a goal, a corner kick. Decker will take it for Washburn.
And they're going to play it in the corner as long as they can, try to waste some time.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're wasting time. Now we have a throw in. Interesting time wasting play. There's a foul. That'll show you. Now we're really stalling here. All this is stalling.
And there we go. Come on, ladies. 50 seconds.
Less than a minute to go. And this is the biggest time-wasting thing I've ever seen.
Is this World Cup?
The World Cup. There they go again. That's all this is you can't be called for wasting time.
It's got to make you feel good, though. The girls have played awesome.
They have played a great game. They played very well. May go down as a loss here because they're literally running out of time. There's only 15 to go. That'll do it. Grizzlies are going to lose this one, folks, but it isn't from lack of effort or lack of skill. They did a great job tonight. And the final score, Washburn 1, Grizzlies 0. We'll be back to wrap this up in 30 seconds. Stay with us. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies girls soccer.
This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life.
Back at Washburn Rural with Dylan Kamenecki and Nate Lund, I'm Kevin Arkin. Tonight, the Grizzlies fall 1-0 in what was an outstandingly played game by both teams. I thought it was a really, really good game, and it's a shame we came out on the short end of the score tonight, but that's the way soccer goes sometimes. Washburn is known for winning a lot of games without scoring a lot of goals to do it. So, anyway, the Grizzlies fall to 8-5. 8-5. No. 8-5. Yeah, they're 8-5 now. That can't be right. They're 8-6. They were 8-5 coming in. They're 8-6. 2 games to go. They have Bishop Carroll at home on Tuesday, which is also senior night. So come out early, support the girls, and show them how much you appreciate their efforts. Senior night festivities will take place around, I'm guessing 6:30 in between the JV and the varsity games. And then the final game of the season is on the road at Southeast. We will not be webcasting that game from Southeast or the one at home on next Tuesday. This is our final regular season webcast. We're hoping to, depending on the playoffs and where they are, we're hoping to be able to bring you the playoffs if for the games that we are on the road. So check the website for those. We'll keep you posted on the schedule of all the upcoming games. Until we see you next time, whenever that is, for Dylan Kamenecki and for Chris Navarrete, for Nate Lund, I'm Kevin Arkin, saying Grizzlies lose 1-0 to the Junior Blues of Washburn Rural. Until next time, good night from Topeka.